Brooke Bourne.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Johnson Creek as we get ready here for the Division IV semifinal. Just winning this last game here is, I believe it was Barneveld that won that one, correct, Caleb?
Barneveld, the 5 seed, wins 8-3 over the 2 seed Pecatonica.
So Barneveld is going to be advancing, and we're hoping to see here that the Oakfield Oaks will take them on. And we're getting ready here for the broadcast here. I got to do some adjustments on our scoreboard cam, and then we'll be back after this from Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here in Johnson Creek.
Radio Plus Sports. The complete broadcast schedule can be found at radioplusinfo.com.
Fry dinners like ale battered shrimp, bluegill, and poor man's lobster. Oak Central, just like home.
Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant offers a wide range of menu items, but is well known for their fabulous Friday fish fry salad bar, which is available both Fridays and Saturdays, along with Saturday prime rib. Another local favorite is the Sunday broasted chicken special, which comes with mashed potatoes or choice of potato, corn, and dinner roll for an affordable price. Katie also offers catering for just about any need or occasion. Katie will customize the menu to your needs. Check out Katie's Log Cabin daily specials Tuesday through Sunday, downtown Oakfield.
Tonight's Oakfield girls basketball game is proudly sponsored by Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance. For over 90 years, the team of Coles Hankey Kemmel have been serving the personal, business, and automotive insurance needs of the Oakfield community. A history of excellence starts with commitment to the roots of success and community. Contact Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance at 920-583-3010. A proud sponsor of tonight's game and Oakfield Athletics. Oak Central, your hub for great eats in Oakfield, is an honored supporter of Oakfield Athletics and tonight's game, serving American classics and fish fry dinners like ale battered shrimp, bluegill, and poor man's lobster. Oak Central, just like home, but with more friends, more food, and more fun. Follow Oak Central on Facebook for their menu and events. Oak Central, an honored supporter of Oakfield Athletics and tonight's game.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Imagine getting back to a life of movement and freedom in one simple in-office procedure. No downtime, no lengthy hospital stays, and no painful recovery. Isn't it time you reclaimed your life from pain? Call us at 920-324-9899 or visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun. What are you waiting for? Get back to living pain-free. Call New Medical Center now.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. They're getting the field ready here for the second game for the Oakfield Oaks taking on the number 1 seed, Johnson Creek Bluejays. Let's talk about how they got here first. So Oakfield, again, was the number 3 seed in their regional. And their first game, they had a forfeit against Wayland Academy. And then in the second game, they won 17-0 over Fall River. And then they played Elkhart, Lakeland, Beulah 3-1. They beat them. All of those seeds, Caleb, were the lower seeds coming through there. Johnson Creek, on the other hand, they had beat Heritage Christian. I take that back. They beat Heritage Christian 14-0 in 5. They beat Central Wisconsin Christian 12-0 in 5 to put them in the championship or in the sectional semifinal here at Johnson Creek.
Yeah, they've been pretty dominant here this postseason. Should be a pretty interesting matchup here for Oakfield.
I think they're probably underestimated right now here is the Oakfield squad, and we'll see what happens here in this contest. But we've been very impressive, the last couple of times that we've seen them out, especially with Hunter Sabel going on the mound, and Bailey Shep calling the pitches behind the plate, calling him on his own, and waiting to see how well they do with the hitting as well. I mean, they've got decent batting averages here. So both of these teams are technically out of the Trailways, but the Johnson Creek is out of the Trailways South. They ended up second to Deerfield in the Trailways South, and Oakfield tied for second in the Trailways North. Winning that one was Partyville, and they tied with Green Lake Princeton because they split during the regular season.
Yeah, on the mound it's going to be, like you said, Hunter Sabel, who's been completely dominant this year for Oakfield.
Yeah, just wonder what we got for a pitching line for Hunter there.
Yeah, so he's 7-3 so far in the year, 57 innings pitched, 38 hits allowed, only 11 runs given up. Only 5 of those have been earned for a 0.61 earned run average.
That's a pretty good ERA for a pitcher.
And opposing batters are only batting 178 against him.
And you would assume that he has also been the ace, so he's going on the mound when the toughest games are coming up. So that's where he's got those 3 losses. 2 of them to Partyville, 1-0, 1-0. And then they lost to Green Lake, I believe it was 4-3 in conference. Trying to find out that other one. Yeah, they lost 4-3 in conference there, and then they lost. Those are their only 3 losses. For some reason, I thought they had 4. Let's talk a little bit about the Johnson Creek Bluejays here. Again, they talked about how they got here, Caleb. Let's talk about their starting pitcher and their batting.
Yeah.
Batting and all of that type of stuff.
It's on Radio Plus.
Radio Plus info on YouTube. And we're going to step aside here. We're going to hear from Coach Shep. I got an interview with him this morning. So we're going to go after and make sure that we get him covered here, and then we will come back after these messages and get that interview in. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here with Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. The Oakfield Booster Club is a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of our community. The money raised helps to purchase athletic equipment, off-season programs, facility improvements, and more, scholarships, and many other items for the district in our community. The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of the Oakfield Oaks in today's game. Log on to Facebook.com/the Oakfield Booster Club.
Good luck, Oakfield, in your game today from Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance. They've been serving the community for more than 80 years. Well-trained, experienced agents that work for you. Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance makes the insurance process easy and affordable. See Julie, Wendy, and Dennis today for any and all of your insurance needs. Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance of Brownsville and Oakfield. Good luck, Oaks, in your game today.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. We believe in a holistic approach, combining cutting-edge therapies and lifestyle changes that can slow down, stop, or even reverse the progression of your disease to help you live your life to the fullest. Don't let peripheral neuropathy hold you back. Take the first step towards a pain-free life. Call New Medical Center today at 920-324-9899 or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. Because you deserve to live without pain.
Welcome to the Home and Auto pregame show. Joining me now on the show is the head coach for the Oakfield Oaks,
Coach Aaron Shep. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
I am glad we're here too. That means they were playing baseball another day and possibly two today because of the way that the sectionals are set up. And we can talk about that a little bit later. But talk to me about how we got here. We're in the sectional semifinals here in Division 4.
Yeah, we won our first game against Fall River, a good team out of the Trailways. We played well. We hit well that game. We played good defense. And then Elkhart ended up upsetting Palmyra Eagles, so we got another home game in the regional final, and then ended up winning that one too. Pitched well and hit well when we needed to, and did the things we needed to do to win those two ball games and give us a chance at sectionals here.
So here is the sectional. You're going to be playing at Johnson Creek. Johnson Creek is also the opponent that you're going to have. So it seems like they're going to have a home field advantage a little bit there. But what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, they're a solid program. They just built a new baseball facility. So excited to see what that's like. They're excited to have it, I know. Yeah, it's anytime you get to host a sectional, a little bit more energy brought by the home team there when you're playing. So we've had that opportunity, a good number of years ago, but yeah, it's a great atmosphere. I think we'll bring along a decent number of fans to kind of help cheer us on a little bit too. So.
All right. So they are ranked. I think I saw their overall record was 18-4, if I remember, or 21-4, 22-4, I think it was. Presumptive number one here on the coaches poll for Division 4. So talk to me a little bit about what you know about the Johnson Creek team.
A very, very talented team. They're strong 1 through 9 in their lineup. There's really no weak spots for them. They got a couple kids on their team that when we saw them in sectionals back a couple years ago, I think 3 years ago in 2021, that were, members of that team, good ball players, contributors a little bit on that team. And now they're seniors, just like we have a couple gentlemen too that are doing in that same situation. But yeah, they're a really, really solid program. Mark does an excellent job with that team, and we're going to have our hands full.
Talk to me a little bit about the format also today. So you're going to be playing, we just talked a little bit off camera, it'll be pushed back a little bit, but you're going to be playing early afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock. That's got to be different for your team, and then potentially playing 2 games in a day. Talk to me a little bit about that format.
Yeah, in a sectional, you got to win 2 in one day, and I don't mind playing the second game and then just go, because if you win that second game, you must be doing some things pretty well, and let's just keep it rolling and drag the field, line it again, and let's get going again. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
All right, talk to me a little bit about how your players have prepared for this. Yeah, right now, yesterday at practice, so that must have had a little bit of a impact.
Well, we practiced Sunday night, and last night I scheduled us to go inside, and as soon as I walked in the gym, they were begging me to go outside and hit in the cage or go out in the outfield. So they talked me into it. So we were outside last night and got our hitting in and a little bit of defensive work, and couldn't get on the field because that was way too wet, and got our practice in just in the nick of time before the rain started coming back down again. So yeah, we got outside a little bit. They're excited to go. They've been fired up for this. They've earned this opportunity. So
yes, they have, and it's been a pleasure to watch these boys play, and I'm glad we've had that opportunity. So anything else you'd like to add here on the pregame show, Coach?
No, like I said, we're lucky enough to be one of 16 teams left in Division 4 playing right now. At the end of today, there's going to be 4 of them. So a lot of good teams are going to go home. Hopefully we're one of them that's able to continue playing and get a shot at state next week.
Well, congratulations again on making it this far. We're excited about being able to broadcast for you, and look forward to seeing you down there in person. It's been Jeff Sauer here on the pregame show with head coach for the Oakfield Oaks, Aaron Shep.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek, as we're getting ready here for this contest here in Division 4 between the Johnson Creek Bluejays and the Oakfield Oaks. Looks like we got stuck on a cord here. I didn't know that. See if we can get around them here as we're packed in here. We're set up. I think we're in a great location here first, Caleb.
Yeah, we're right behind home plate. So this will be a good setup.
You'll probably drop it and see if I can slide it underneath the leg. Yeah, so talk a little bit about Johnson Creek, Caleb.
Yeah, Johnson Creek, they're the #1 seed, and I'm pretty sure they're ranked #1 in the state for the division. So they've had a fantastic year. Yeah, and this playoffs looks like they beat Heritage Christian 14-0 and CWC Central Wisconsin Christian 12-0. So they've been extremely dominant here this postseason as well as the regular season. I don't have. Looks like they only have 4 losses on the year. Again, they took second in the Trailways
South.
Trailways South Division. So
19-2 overall is their record, if I recall from seeing that on WSN. And again, they have been the #1 team for numerous weeks in Division 4. But again, this has been complete. There's been a lot of upsets that have taken place here, and I think that it's hard for coaches to see, obviously, all of the teams that go based on what they think they know from what they have been able to hear from other coaches. But Oakfield is a very senior-heavy team as well, and they've got, again, some great hitters on their squad. So let's talk a little bit about the batting order here for Oakfield, Caleb, and now see if we got some batting averages that can go with that. So leading things off in the #1 spot is going to be Bailey Shep. Shep is, I think I switched around my data.
Shep's batting .406.
Go ahead, take it, Caleb.
Shep is batting .406 on the year.
Go ahead, you can keep with them.
And then Mitchell Moser in the 2-hole. Looks like he's batting .264 on the year.
Hunter Sabel in the 3-hole again. He's on the mound. Leading hitter for Oakfield at .491 on the year. He's had a fantastic season on the mound and at the plate as well. Number 4 hole is going to be Owen Lawson. Lawson hitting .370 on the year. 5-hole James Kotzer. Looks like James is batting .367. And the 6th hole is going to be number 2 Carson Fisher. Fisher is hitting .286. And the 7th hole is going to be number 8 Davis Dirks. Dirks batting .100 on the year. And the 8th hole is going to be the designated hitter, number 11 Brody Colleen. Colleen batting .172, and he's hitting for number 20 Andy Kinsler. In the 9th spot is going to be number 22 Traden Marchinkuski. He's hitting .310 on the year, so .310 for the 9 hitters, pretty good. That should set you up nicely for the top of the order to come up. Just a few times that we have seen them play, I would not say that Oakfield gets out to a fast start. They don't. They typically have been going through their lineup, usually in the 1, 2, 3 innings there, somewhere in there. And then the second time around, after they've had a chance to measure things up against the pitcher that they're going against, they have had greater success on the season, and they're not afraid to obviously string runs together. Okay, when we did that Elkhart Lake game, I believe, if I remember your line, I think they stranded 10 base runners against Elkhart Lake.
Yeah, that sounds right. They got a lot of runners on base, but they had troubles pushing them across early. They could have 10-run them, I believe.
Yeah.
They just couldn't get the timely hits to push across those extra runs. They still had 7 runs, which is more than enough to win the game for them. But today here, they're going to need as many runs as they can get.
And Hunter Sabel on the mound against Elkhart Lake was just phenomenal. I could not believe, and I was even shocked after I did that interview as well, as I could not believe how well they did with their with his breaking ball. I mean, he just kept the hitters off balance. I think up almost, if I remember, Caleb, they did not get a base runner probably for the first 4 innings, and then they were scored. I think they pushed 2 across in the 5th.
Yeah, I think they held him to 2 hits, maybe 3. And he pitched a complete game, which is tough to do in today's era with the pitch count.
Yes, exactly. 7 innings, so it tells you how efficient he was. And again, I was completely surprised when I had the conversation with Bailey Shep that he calls him. And Coach Shep even said, yeah, I trust him completely, and so do the other players. So with that being known, they're going to make sure that they are able to keep the hitters off balance, and they don't have to worry about waiting for a coach to make a call.
Yeah, for sure. That's huge, and you can call him in right away. And as the catcher, you're the closest one, and you can see exactly what's going on behind the pitcher, or in front of the pitcher.
So you can see out there right now, Johnson Creek is going to be the home team. They're taking the field right now. They have I believe they have 10 minutes for warm-ups, if I remember correct, Caleb. There's at 15.
Might be 10, yeah.
I think it's 10. I don't know for 100% sure, but I think they have 10 minutes of warm-up time, and then the other team will also have their 10 minutes of warm-up time. We're going to step aside here from a couple more of our sponsors. Obviously, we cannot do this without you guys, so I really want to thank you. And again, I'm going to give a shout-out right away to Nick Rush on allowing us to come here and cover this. I've had a blast being in Oakfield, and we'll talk a little bit more about Oakfield when we come back. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefit and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Being a smaller organization, I think, gives us such an advantage to be able to adapt to what our customers need, especially at the small business level. They give us feedback on what's important to them and what products and services they need and are important and they value, and we can make adjustments. We can hear our customers as to what they need, and we can make adjustments relatively quickly. I think they see that, they see our flexibility, and they understand this is an organization that wants to work with us. They're not just going to do it their way, they're actually listening and hearing what we need.
Make you feel at home and auto sales, great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefit and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
The youth sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Here's we're getting ready again for broadcasting this sectional semifinal here in Division 4 between the Johnson Creek Bluejays and the Oakfield Oaks. You can see that Johnson Creek is out on the field. They're wearing black and blue with the white pants. At least this time, Caleb, if I remember correctly, over at Elkhart Lake, I was struggling to see the difference because I think both teams were wearing black jerseys.
Yeah, they had that, and I think both of them had pinstripe-ish as well.
Yeah, so you'll be able to tell the difference today as Oakfield is wearing their orange. And I like some of, I'm just looking at, I think that's Hunter Sabo warming up down there. He's got the stirrup socks on there, which is just, I like the old style setup there.
Yeah, it's a good look. I know Coach Shep has that as well. It just looks clean.
Yeah, and we didn't get a chance to talk about it on the interview, but Coach Shep truly trusts his entire coaching staff to do exactly what they're supposed to do. He's completely fine with letting go of a lot of the games so that they can be successful.
Yeah, he coaches them up pretty well in practice, I'd say, and when you do that, you can, you have a good feel for your players and what they're going to do on the field when it comes to the game. So.
Let's talk a little bit about that Johnson Creek team here in their batting order here, Caleb. If you want to go through that, and we'll see and make sure you call out the positions. We'll see what we're facing here as far as the Oakfield Oaks.
Yeah, so in the leadoff spot's going to be Taylor Joseph playing shortstop. He's batting .402 on the year. His 2 hole's going to be number 3, Tanner Herman, at second base, batting .407. The 3 hole's going to be number 9, Zach Holland. And he's playing left field, batting .444. In the 4 hole, number 10, Dylan Bredlow, playing third base, batting .424. The 5 hole is going to be number 2, Luke Hartz, playing center field, batting .410 on the year. In the 6 hole is number 4, Silas Hartz, playing right field, batting .338. 7 spot's going to be number 7, Aiden Smith, playing first base, batting .370. In the 8th spot is going to be number 5.
Oh, thank you. I did say thanks.
Ian Heald, catching and batting .257. On the mound for Johnson Creek is going to be the 9-hitter, number 6, Doug Hartwig, batting .425 on the year. So I'm going through here, and I see 6 batters over .400 for Johnson Creek.
So you said that was going to be, the pitcher was going to be Doug Hartwig?
Doug Hartwig.
Yeah. He has thrown only 34 innings. His record is 5-1. He's given up 21 hits, 15 runs have scored. He's got an earned run average of 5, ERA of 1.03. He's given up 1 home run, had 10 walks on 36 strikeouts, and 2 hit by pitch. So I'm going down through this, Caleb. I'm looking at that. To me, they have 3 pitchers that have thrown multiple games. Hartwig has got, again, he's started 6 of them with that 103. Their ace having thrown 9 games as Dylan Bredlow, and that might be because they're trying to save him for the next game, which you have been in these situations before, Caleb. Talk a little bit about the approach that was always taken with you and Coach Stanky, and I'm sure that Coach Hull is doing the same thing right now.
Yeah, the most important thing, especially in the playoffs, you lose 1 game, you're out. So whenever you got your ace available, you kind of got to think, probably should throw him because you never know what you're going to face in the other team coming up. So this is a good Oakfield squad. I would think about throwing the ace if I'm Johnson Creek here. That's, you want to win that first game. Yes, you will probably have 2 games on the day. You win the first, you play again at like 3:30 or so.
But you got to get there.
But you have to get there, yes.
Right.
If you lose this game, your season is over, and it's not a good feeling when you lose that first game and don't even make it to the championship game, and you still have your ace or your second best still on available.
Yeah.
So yes, they might be available, but it doesn't matter if you don't make it.
Right, and that's one of the things that I taught in conversations I've had with Coach Stanky, and it did change my entire thought process here. I'm thinking about, well, that next game that's coming up, blah, 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 blah. If you don't have the next game, it doesn't matter. Don't outthink yourself.
Then there is no next game.
Right, play 1 game at a time. So I completely agree here with Coach Shep. You got to throw your ace. Their ace is Hunter Sabel. And again, when I'm looking at this, I'm not saying that Doug Hartwig is not a good pitcher, but Dylan Bredlow certainly seems to me like he would be their ace. And we'll see how obviously that has an impact on this game. We're going to step aside here. We'll come back and talk a little bit about why we are starting so late. Thank you again to the 82 computers who are logged in here following us here on this live stream. We're very excited to bring this to you. I'll flip through those cameras quick before we go to commercial. So Caleb crawled up on the hill. You can still got a little bit of the fence. You can't do much about it. Caleb said he was into waist-high grass that was out there, and it had rained a little bit here. I mean, they actually had to bring a helicopter, and we'll talk about that as we get there. But Caleb was out to center field, was a little bit mucky, and crawled up there, got us a great shot again. This time we're on the second base side of the pitcher's mound. Normally we're on the shortstop side. And then I was able to get this shot over here set up by the first base as well, and I think that that'll be a nice shot for us to be able to add. I have the Bristol Morgan Bank scoreboard camera. Right now it's flipping through the demo mode. I don't know why it did it. I thought I turned it off, so I will fix that. And then our home plate, again, can't do anything about the fence that's there, but I'm stealing this actually from the, another broadcast team that's here. They've got actually a smaller camera that I'm going to see if I can find where they got that, but they got it sticking right through the fence, so you don't have to worry about that. I just need to know if they can catch the foul poles. We're missing it because of the string, but it's a better shot than looking through the fence.
Yeah, for sure. It's not easy always trying to fight through the fences and stuff like that, especially with there being no official broadcast booth, which is elevated in the air.
Yeah, typically you would have a score booth. This is a brand new facility. They just paid for this. The dugouts look awesome. The field is incredible. But you would have thought that they would have put a broadcast booth, even if it would have been out in the outfield. I mean, you got power running out there to the scoreboard, but it seems like there would have been plenty of room here. Maybe that's what this concrete block is here for eventually, that they might be putting one up here. But right now, everything is on ground level, including the announcer. We're going to step aside and get some more of our ads in here. You're listening to Jeff Sauer with Caleb Sauer. The Oakfield Oaks are getting them ready out here to take the field to get their warm-ups. We'll be back.
Home & Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees. We would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Home & Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Home & Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
The youth sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant offers a wide range of menu items, but is well known for their fabulous Friday fish fry salad bar, which is available both Fridays and Saturdays, along with Saturday prime rib. Another local favorite is the Sunday broasted chicken special, which comes with mashed potatoes or choice of potato, corn, and dinner roll for an affordable price. Katie also offers catering for just about any need or occasion. Katie will customize the menu to your needs. Check out Katie's Log Cabin daily specials Tuesday through Sunday, downtown Oakfield.
Tonight's Oakfield girls basketball game is proudly sponsored by Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance. For over 90 years, the team of Coles Hankey Kemmel have been serving the personal, business, and automotive insurance needs of the Oakfield community. A history of excellence starts with commitment to the roots of success and community. Contact Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance at 920-583-3010. A proud sponsor of tonight's game and Oakfield Athletics. Oak Central, your hub for great eats in Oakfield, is an honored supporter of Oakfield athletics and tonight's game, serving American classics and fish fry dinners like ale-battered shrimp, bluegill, and poor man's lobster. Oak Central, just like home, but with more friends, more food, and more fun. Follow Oak Central on Facebook for their menu and events. Oak Central, an honored supporter of Oakfield athletics and tonight's game.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Imagine getting back to a life of movement and freedom in one simple in-office procedure. No downtime, no lengthy hospital stays, and no painful recovery. Isn't it time you reclaimed your life from pain? Call us at 920-324-9899 or visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun. What are you waiting for? Get back to living pain-free. Call New Medical Center now.
Welcome back here at Johnson Creek as we're getting ready, waiting for the start of the game. You can see the Oakfield Oaks are out there getting their warm-ups in. There's Coach Shep. Again, I want to thank him for taking the time this morning to have a conversation with me and let me know why we're a little bit late today. So we'll talk about that after Caleb goes through the defensive set for Oakfield.
Yeah, so on the mound again is going to be Hunter Sabel, and then behind the plate is going to be Bailey Shep. Third base is going to be James Kautzer. And shortstop is going to be Mitch Moser. Second base is Carson Fisher. First base is going to be Owen Lawson. Left field is going to be Andy Kinsler, and center is going to be Davis Dirk. And in right field is going to be Trey Marchinkuski.
So there's your defensive set. You can see them warming up. We've had a couple of people already talking to us, Caleb, about being here and that they're happy that they're here. We had Grandma Sandy, who we always ask when we're watching this contest. So I'm going to tell you right now, we want you to put stuff in the YouTube chat. Tell us where you're watching. Tell us who you're cheering for. It doesn't matter to me. Yes, we are going to be calling for Oakfield. We follow them. They're our home school right now that we are calling. So there's no such thing as you guys are being homers. Well, we are because we're cheering for the Oakfield Oaks. But one thing that we do, if there's great baseball play, we call out great baseball play. Whether it's the pitching, the hitting, defensively, we will always do so because we love the sports, and this is what we want to make sure we can share. So the field, and they were in flood warnings yesterday, and it poured, and I thought for sure they were going to be in trouble to try and get this contest in. Well, they brought in a helicopter to Caleb. Earlier this morning, they had a helicopter, and I think we saw it fly past here, too. It looked like it was one of the crop dusting or spraying helicopters, but to get this thing dried out because it's not artificial turf, they brought this helicopter in and it hovered and hovered. I guess that was here for a good 45 minutes or so. Lots of diamond dry was put out there. I want to give a shout out to the athletic director here, Brady Ramsire, I think is how you pronounce it. I didn't ask for his last name, again, for helping us find a location here. We're set up here in the, we're going to put this as the Integrity Saw and Tool broadcast booth area here. I'm not sure if they're going to do a national anthem. We'll find out here shortly, but that's why we're running behind. Besides the fact that the helicopter came in and get all of that diamond dry out there, they had to push the start back at least a half an hour, and I think it actually went a little bit further. And then the previous game went crazy long. I mean, what time are we even at here? We're sitting at 1:30. And one of the things that I talked with Caleb about, and I'm hoping that we'll pay attention, but the game possibly should take about 2 hours, was what I'm expecting. That puts the championship game was initially scheduled to start at 3:30. You can think about that getting pushed back to at least 4, maybe even a little further, but there's a chance again for some rain to be coming in, right, Caleb?
Yeah, I think there's going to be storms here, especially here. It might be a little bit more on the southern half. Not sure if it'll reach Oakfield. Might stretch up there. But yeah, there's storms here. Looked like the latest update I checked around 8:30, 9-ish. area is when that should be coming in. So hopefully we have no issues getting both of these games in. Otherwise, they'll have to think about what the backup plan will be.
Yeah. Up close and personal picture there of Andy Kinsler coming into the camera to pick up a ball as they're warming up. Bailey Shep there practicing his throws all the way down. This is going to be an exciting game, Caleb. Again, you've played in numerous of these games for Waupun. So just talk about what your mindset was as a player in this situation coming in. If I recall, Caleb, I don't remember 2016. 2017, though, we had to go to Ripon. Ripon was ranked higher in the standings than you were. And Catholic Memorial was the #1 team in the rankings, just like Johnson Creek is here. So talk to me about your mindset.
Yeah, I mean, going in, I guess you could call Oakfield a little bit of the underdog here with Johnson Creek being the higher ranked team. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, no pressure really on you when you're the underdogs. So you can pretty much just go out there and have fun. Anytime you can win and keep going in the postseason, it's always a good feeling. So Oakfield doing that, they already got their regional title, and they still got baseball to play. So yeah, basically you just want to go out there and have fun and play the game. You know, obviously you want to keep winning, and there's that potential for the state trip on the line here. So if you're the Oakfield players, you know there's gonna be some nerves here. We got a packed baseball field. Fans all the way down the first base and third base line in their lawn chairs, and then we had the bleachers packed right behind us as well. So there's a lot of people here. There's going to be, obviously it's a different atmosphere than playing your average game during the regular season, especially if you're Oakfield. But yeah, it's going to be a good test for them, and it's going to be a really good game here. Expecting it to be pretty close, and yeah.
I will see again how well Hunter Sobel does this. You heard Coach Shep, and if you did not hear him talk about it, I'll share with you. He talked about that they were here in this same situation, I believe it was 2 years ago, and a lot of these players were already starters at that time. So they've gone through this. They know what to expect.
That's the
they
thing,
are this, yeah, right?
The experience is going to play a huge factor. I mean, obviously, if this is your first time here, it's going to be a little bit different than if you've been in the sectionals before, so that definitely helps to have that experience in the past.
You can see a little bit here, the flag is blowing. I mean, you probably can't see it on the camera because I got the zoomed in a little bit on just on that foul pole there, but the flag is blowing from first base to third base, basically. I don't even know what direction we're facing.
I'd say the wind is going north.
That's kind of what it looks like to me as well. Out of the south, moving to the north. That's not very much. The flag is just dancing there, probably a couple of miles per hour. And again, the field looks great. I did see in the last game there was a little bit of slippage out in the outfield, a couple of balls that they didn't get those cleats dug into the grass.
That's going to play a big factor here today. If either team can get a ball in the outfield, there's going to be no guaranteed out, especially if you pop it up in the air, if it's a line drive or anything like that to the outfield. It's slippery out there. You can see a lot of people slipping on the grass. Obviously, it's going to be wet from all the rain. It's going to play a factor, too, on the infield a little bit. That shouldn't as much, but you also have to notice if someone does get a base hit to the outfield, the grass is going to be wet, which is also going to make the ball wet for the next pitch. So
looks like they're going to do an introduction of the teams here, so we'll follow along with that introduction. We're going to have our hands full, Caleb, with the Just Free Crayons right behind us. I guess they're going to do a national anthem. We'll step aside. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here with Caleb Sauer. We'll be back here from Johnson Creek.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Being a smaller organization, I think, gives us such an advantage to be able to adapt to what our customers need, especially at the small business level. They give us feedback on what's important to them and what products and services they need and are important and they value, and we can make adjustments. We can hear our customers as to what they need, and we can make adjustments relatively quickly. I think they see that, they see our flexibility, and they understand this is an organization that wants to work with us. They're not just going to do it their way, they're actually listening and hearing what we need.
The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. The Oakfield Booster Club is a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of our community. The money raised helps to purchase athletic equipment, off-season programs, facility improvements, and more, scholarships, and many other items for the district in our community. The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of the Oakfield Oaks in today's game. Log on to Facebook.com/the Oakfield Booster Club.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek as we get ready here. Introducing the starting lineups here, so we'll stay with this camera shot here. Again, I've got didn't get the dugout cam set up, and when I talked to Caleb, he said that it's not the same as girls softball anyways, which I completely agree. Sometimes I like to see I would have bet in your dugout with a couple of the boys you had on your team. It probably was a little bit rowdy.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how the game's going as well. I mean, I know coaches, too, can get a little irritated if you're up in their space, and players as well, especially if it's not going your way that day.
So let's talk about leading things off here. They went through the Oakfield Oaks, the players who are listed as the subs. Let's give them their credit as well, Caleb, if you could give those quickly off. I forgot my glasses.
Yeah, so number 6, Bo Draves is a reserve. Number 12, Henry Drezkowski. Number 23, Ashton Hankey. And number 44, Alex Erber.
And right now they're going through the rest of the players at their positions. So you just, Bailey Shep, number 4.
Yep, number 10, Mitch Moser was second. 3-hole, number 9, Hunter Sowell. Number 35, Owen Lawson. Number 19, James Kotzer. Number 2, Carson Fisher. Number 8, Davis Dirks. Number 11, Brody Colleen. Number 20, Andy Kinsler. And then batting 9 is going to be number 22, Traden Marchinkuski.
So both of these teams are out of the Trailways again. One is out of the south, one's out of the north. In the Trailways, you're pretty locked in with your schedule, so you don't know exactly who you are, that option to play additional teams. Let's go through the, for them, the players' positions here coming out for Johnson Creek. They're going through the subs. Caleb, if you want to hit those same time.
So right there was number 8, AJ Whitehouse. Number 11, Evan Maligue. Number 12, Hayden Wagner.
Number 13, Brady Fincutter.
Number 13, Brady Fincutter.
You might be able to pick up some of this, but that's okay. We always want to make sure you can hear it. So they're going to put their starters out here.
And starting at pitcher is going to be Doug Hartwig.
Catcher, Ian Hield.
The catcher is going to be Ian Hield, number 5.
We talked a little bit about Hartwig before, but we're going to talk about them as well. I'm surprised they're not sprinting out to their positions.
Yeah. Then we had Aiden Smith. Then Silas Hartz, Luke Hartz, Dylan Bredlow, Zach Holland, Tanner Herman, and Taylor Joseph. Yeah, I mean, when you're taking the field first, normally you go out to your spot, especially once the, the national anthem's already done.
Yeah.
Here, we just did that.
So again, it might be a first-time situation here. It might be just the hosting situation that may have caused this. I don't know Johnson Creek's history. Didn't spend a lot of time doing that. Had other projects that I was working on at home. But we can see definitely that they should be heading out there and taking the field.
Have a team meeting here, and then we should be getting underway for the infield.
So again, we've got cameras sitting over here. I probably could have used this first baseman. No, not really. I thought that they do have an interesting setup over here, Caleb. Oh, you can see the flag over there on the right-hand side. I probably should have moved it, and maybe I can run over there after in between innings here, tilt it down just a little bit so I don't have as much sky, which will then darken it up for you guys to see. But there's our first base and second base shot. You also still have a shot of the pitching mound that is there. And then again, Caleb was out there grabbing us our center field camera shot that has the pitcher's mound and center field there. We should be able to see the hitters. And then here's our behind the plate. I know he had sent to us, Caleb, I don't know what I did with that information, who the officials are for today's game.
Yeah, it only listed the last names.
Yeah, okay, so we could say Mr. Maybe we'll come back and get those here. But, again, I like this setup behind the home plate here. I like the fact that we don't have the chain link fence, mainly because it's square. Instead of with a chain link fence, you normally have the diamonds to try and squeeze your camera shot through, but we've got it here, and yeah, I'm going to steal that idea that the other camera has over here for our opportunities later on, because I kind of like the, again, what it looks like with that camera shooting through there. I just don't know how wide it is. Thank you to the 101 computers who are logged in there. Let's give a shout-out quickly, Caleb, to Katie's. We were just there on Saturday.
Yeah, Katie's in downtown Oakfield, log cabin, really good food. We had there, we went Saturday, and they had the fish fry as well Saturday. I know it's Friday, too. But, yeah, it was really good food and service as well.
It was, I was amazed that we had never been there before, right? And we wanted to check out what our sponsors look like, and we'll get to Oak Central one of these days as well. But it was great. I went back into the kitchen, was able to say thanks and introduced ourselves. So the folks at Katie's, hope that you're enjoying us here. Let's check out that YouTube chat. We got a couple of people in there already. Jason Smith, head coach from CWC. Should be a great baseball game. Good luck to both teams. Yeah, CWC, Coach, you guys had a great season this year for the Crusaders, and I was very proud of what those boys were able to do, and we know that we've talked about the only fourth year into the program. Chuck Lund also watching from Oakfield. Let's go Oaks. Again, you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and who's your favorite players, or just saw a great play. Go ahead and let it go. Here's first pitch. Down a little bit low at the knees at 149 here from Johnson Creek. So a little bit behind schedule.
Yeah, we're a little bit, but glad to be getting this one going. Called strike one. First pitch ball followed up by a strike there from Hartwig to the batter, Bailey Shep, number 4. Grounds it to third base. Third base gallops and throws over to first. That's going to sail high all the way to the fence. Shep's going to make his way to second, and the throw, that is high as well, not in time. Shep is going to start off on second base.
Let's see if that instant replay is working yet. I could not get it working earlier, so let me see if I can get it now, because I have to do some changes here. And again, I love this shot, so I'm hoping I can find it and get it working here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so the error on the third baseman there.
That's what we were talking about, Bredlow, who we thought would be the starting pitcher, but he sailed it.
Bunt attempt by number 10, Mitchell Moser, not able to get that one down.
Not really a good attempt even, but first of all, the ball was high at his shoulders, and he kind of hacked at it, which you really don't want to do, moving the bat. You want the ball to come to the bat.
Curveball there by Hartwig in there for a called strike 2.
Really nice pitch there by Hartwig.
So Moser is going to be down here in the count, 0-2. Hartwig, quick pitch, ball high.
Tried to see if he could get him to chase. We talked about this a lot during the softball season, and we've even talked it a few times during our broadcasts. Goes down.
Goes Moser swinging for strike number 3.
And my instant replay just is not working, and I have no idea why. So I got to send off a message to Expert Broadcaster. Plus my scoreboard camera I've done this numerous times too. I've changed this. So Hunter Sobel, they're going to give him a walk.
Yeah, intentional walk. I mean, you got the base open. I do not blame them one bit. Sobel is very dangerous at the plate, and he is Oakfield's best hitter. Had a base open, and they gave it to him. So Sobel's going to reach on the intentional walk. No pitches even thrown to him.
Yeah, so I guess that's kind of a smart thing as well there, because of the not waste the pitches. I know there was conversation at one time that they were going to make them have to take a. I can't get that thing to stay there.
Okay, up now, number 35, Owen Lawson. Fouls, that's in play to the second baseman on the infield. Infield fly is called. Second baseman makes the grab anyway for out number 2.
Yeah, thanks, Caleb.
Lawson flies out to the second baseman. Now what you want if you're Oakfield there, Shep still on second and Sabel at first base here, but there's 2 down now. Bringing up number 19, James Kotzer.
In there for a ball.
1-0 to start. I believe that was a ball as well. 2-0 now to Kotzer.
A little bit high, got to adjust obviously to the umpire. He's consistent so far from what I've seen, Caleb.
Yeah, interesting. Always to see what the zone's going to be like for each umpire. It's different, and as well as each game. It all depends on the angle that you're seeing behind there. 2-1 as Kotzer fouled that one back. 2-1 here, 2 outs. Attempted throw, pickoff attempt at second base there. Shep able to slide back in time, head first. Kotzer slaps on the right field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. Shep rounding third, and he scores. Savo gets all the way to third base.
Great piece of hitting over there for number 19, James Kotzer, the third baseman, just a sophomore. Gets the first RBI of the game.
Just a really nice piece of hitting. Sat back on that one and drove it to right field. It was a line shot to right field. Got down, one hop to the right fielder out there. Able to bring Shep in to score the first run of this game and move Sabel over to third as well. Ball 1-2. Carson Fisher.
Outsider high. Boy, I didn't know that the coaches could step out of the dugout onto the field. Not sure if he was checking over there. Doesn't want the runner to be able to take off. Just throws over to third. Nobody covering. Forcing Hunter Sabel to dive back in.
So still 1-0 here to Carson Fisher. Calls time, steps out of the box, and right back in. Ball 2 high from Hartwig. 2-0 here to Fisher, the 6th hitter for Oakfield. Called strike on the fastball. Look good, 2-1 the count now.
Taking pitches, seeing them the first time, that makes sense to me. See if we can also push them beyond, or get that pitch count up.
Ball back, hits the netting. Fisher fouled that back, so that's going to be strike 2. 2-2 the count here. 2 outs. We got Sabel on third base, and Kotzer at first. Fouls that one off to the right-hand side. That's going to be out of play. So Fisher able to stay alive here. Sees plenty of pitches, and he's waiting for his to hit. Hartwig deals. In play, back to the pitcher, steps and makes the throw to first base for out number 3.
Not before Oakfield Oaks are able to draw first blood out here. Bailey Shep coming up here as the catcher, getting himself set, introducing himself to the umpire. That's a typical traditional thing there. They're two rather close to each other. And obviously here, we'll see how things turn out here as Johnson Creek's coming up to bat.
1 run on 1 hit to 1 error and 2 left on base.
You listen to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
Good luck, Oakfield, in your game today from Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance. They've been serving the community for more than 80 years. Well-trained, experienced agents that work for you. Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance makes the insurance process easy and affordable. See Julie, Wendy, and Dennis today for any and all of your insurance needs. Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance of Brownsville and Oakfield. Good luck, Oaks, in your game today.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. We believe in a holistic approach, combining cutting-edge therapies and lifestyle changes that can slow down, stop, or even reverse the progression of your disease to help you live your life to the fullest. Don't let peripheral neuropathy hold you back. Take the first step towards a pain-free life. Call New Medical Center today at 920-324-9899 or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. Because you deserve to live without pain.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek, who's getting ready here for the bottom of the first inning. Up first, the first time around is going to be the Johnson Creek Bluejays. The leadoff hitter, Caleb, is
number 1, Taylor Joseph. On deck is going to be number 3, Tanner Herman. And in the hole, number 9, Zach Holland. Sobel on the mound for Oakfield. Curveball, strike 1.
We talked about it before. Hunter Sobel is their ace. And again, I completely agree with this. You got to win the first game to play the second, so you cannot just decide that we're going to save a pitcher for the next game. You may not use him.
Sobel called ball there. I believe it counts 2-1.
That's what I thought it was, 2-1. Yep, the umpire just flashed the 2-1 instead of 3-0. Inside and tight. Now it'll be 3-1 on the board. Hunter just a little juiced up, I'm guessing.
Ball back. Hits the netting. Is Joseph. So full count here to start off the bottom of the first inning.
We talked about this before. We really don't. I mean, maybe we can, Caleb. I don't know if you can follow with the pitch count, at least close. After we at the half innings.
Popped up to center field. Plenty of time. Camped under it. And he makes the play for out number 1. Not sure who the center fielder is for Oakfield.
That was Davis Dirks getting underneath it and making the catch for the Oakfield Oaks. Read that one beautifully.
Yeah, popped way up in the air. And Dirks camped underneath it and made the grab for out number 1.
You can see on the Integrity Sun Tool, Bristol Morgan scoreboard, my apologies there.
Up now, number 3, Tanner Herman. Fouls that back. Be first pitch strike. To Herman, the 2-hitter for Johnson Creek. Hunter Sobel, when he gets the ball, he just likes to get right back in the mound and work quickly.
Oh, what a breaking ball there, Caleb.
Called strike 2 to Herman.
We've talked about it before when we saw him. We love his curveball. It moves nicely.
Blows the fastball by him, and Tanner Herman's going to go down swinging for out number 2 here. Nice strikeout there by Hunter Sobel.
Up now, Zach Holland.
Brings up number 9, Zach Holland. Took some off that one, missed outside for ball 1.
Left-handed hitting left fielder here for Johnson Creek. Not sure if you had a batting average for him.
Batting .444 on the year. Called strike 1.
442 in the 3 spot.
Ball back, hits the netting.
Just above us here.
Yeah, right at us. Just over the top. Called, so strike 2 there to Holland. 1 and 2. Sobel just misses inside.
Good pitch there by Hunter Sobel.
Ball 2 there to Holland. 2 and 2 the count.
And we talked about this before numerous times. I'm not questioning the umpire. What a breaking ball.
Called strike 3. Holland's going to go down looking for out number 3.
Froze him right there on the spot. And the line for that inning, Caleb.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and no one left on base.
After one complete here from Johnson Creek, your score 1-0, the Oaks with the lead. We'll come back after these messages. We'll check that YouTube chat. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
The youth.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Division 4 sectional semifinal. Johnson Creek, the number 1 seed in this section, or this regional, I should say. Well, I don't know, what is it, Caleb?
I think it is section, yeah.
It is the section, yeah, so.
Yeah, and in the above section, Barneveld was able to beat Pecatonica 8-3 in the first game here. So the winner of this game is going to go on to play Barneveld
in the sectional final
later today.
Yeah, we don't know what time it's going to be yet because we're waiting to see, but it sure is humid out here. Ball 1 on the outside.
Ball 1 to Dirks. Davis Dirks, the 7-hitter for the Oakfield Oaks, bat number 8. Ball 2 to him. That's going to be low in the dirt.
Yeah. Doug Hartwig on the mound for Johnson Creek.
Throws that one inside to Dirks. Again, Dirks, the 7-hitter here for Oakfield. 3-0 the count to him.
Center fielder.
Called strike 1.
Yeah, you got to sit dead red, right? When you have a pitch count, you make sure you work them. If you got a full count, you want to make sure you work them deep into that count. Or 3 balls, sorry.
Ball 4. So Dirks is going to reach on the walk to start off the top of the second inning.
Going to bring up number 11, Brody Colleen, the designated hitter. Colleen, a sophomore. Dirks was a junior there, so taking a look at and identify some of the seniors for Caleb.
Gets the bunt down. Not going to make it in time. Pitcher makes a throw over to first for the out, but advances the runner, does his job. Moves Dirks to second base.
Got to get used to having that camera sitting over there. That's on me.
Dirks goes down on the sacrifice bunt. Or Colleen goes down, I should say.
Yeah, did his job.
Brings up number 22, Traden Marchinkuski.
So I know we've talked about this before, Caleb. You're the lower seed. You're playing at somebody else's home Do you be aggressive on those base pads, force them to react?
Yeah, I mean, you got to make the small plays and start the game off strong. Don't do anything super risky, I wouldn't say, right away. Any run you can get here is going to be helpful.
A little bit of gravy and insurance.
Called strike one there. Marching Kuski, 2-1, I think, to him.
Over there on the Bristol Morgan scoreboard.
Froze him there. It looked like a slider, maybe. 2-2.
Yeah, something off speed. It didn't break as much, but I think he was expecting it to break.
Ball high there to Marching Kuski. It's going to be a full count now to him. Davis Dirks sitting at second base, hoping something's put in play here. Only one out. Called strike three on the inside part of the plate.
Really nice pitch there by Hartwig.
Yeah, painting the corner there.
Coming in inside, yeah.
Just gets Marching Kuski looking.
One of the seniors on the team. Another one coming up, Bailey Shep. Second time up for Shep, last time.
Hartwig, the high curveball. Gets him for strike one looking. Shep had the grounder to third base and reached all the way to second on the throwing error.
Breaking ball a little bit outside.
1-1 now to Shep.
Smart play there. Bailey turns around and asks the umpire where it was, just to make sure he did call it a ball.
Ball high and outside looked like there for ball two. To Shep, who is the catcher for Oakfield. Another breaking ball, fouls that one back.
Makes it 2-2 with 2 outs. And it's the top of the second inning. Deuces are wild all over that scoreboard. I bet Oakfield would love to put another one up on the guest side.
Here's their leading 1-0 over Johnson Creek.
Sectional semifinal.
Ball low and outside. It's gonna bring up a full count here.
See that center field camera dancing a little bit so you can see some of the wind coming down that hill.
Like a ball four.
Shep's gonna draw the walk. Runners now at first and second, so no harm as of right now, but you got number Mitchell Moser coming up to hit.
Yeah, your two-hitter here for Oakfield. Struck out in the first inning. Called strike one to him. There.
Moser, a junior. Can hear a little bit of the wind.
There's some gusts here going on. Fouls that one to the right-hand side. That's going to get out of play.
Yeah, we'll take that little gust right now. Caleb and I were talking a little bit off air here that we're glad there's a little breeze here. It's really humid right now and about 80+ degrees.
Lines that one to center field. Going to be caught by the center fielder for out number 3.
No runs on no hits.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base.
After 1.5 complete, your score here from Johnson Creek is 1-0 for the Oaks. Coming up to bat will be the Bluejays. We'll be back. You're listening to Caleb Sauer and Jeff Sauer here on Radio Plus.
Oakfield Elevator Company Incorporated is a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics and tonight's game. Success on the court or the field starts with the right team, with the right coaching. Oakfield Elevator's line of wholesale feeds, fertilizers, agrochemicals, and supplies is supported by their line of experts and friendly sales staff. Oakfield Elevator Company Incorporated, 280 North Main Street in Oakfield, a proud supporter of Oakfield Athletics.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Bottom of the second inning. Johnson Creek coming up. Number 4, 5, and 6 hitters.
Going to lead off with number 10, Dylan Bredlow. On deck, number 2, Luke Hartz. And in the hole, going to be number 4, Silas Hartz.
Bredlow hitting, what is Bredlow hitting, 442 or something like that?
Bredlow hitting 424 in the year.
424.
Shows bunt. Pulls back as that's high and inside.
Looks like he lost a curveball there, I think.
Well, strike went up on the scoreboard, but
well, it's not.
I think it was a ball. Fouls that to the right-hand side.
That's in fair territory.
First baseman.
Oh, just over
out
the
of room.
fence. Lawson trying to get over there. Ran out of space. Just over the fence there. I thought that camera would be safe where it's at.
Yeah, you'd think so with where it's at, but that one was pretty close.
A couple of fans from Oakfield reaching out possibly and grabbing a hold of that ball. Souvenir.
1-1 to Bredlow. Sobble high and inside. 4. Ball number 2.
Once again, I'm going to just talk about it over and over. I just cannot believe, and Bailey Shep is a senior. Yep, you got that.
There's a ball in the dirt. All 3 to Bredlow.
Calling all of the pitches. Bailey Shep, the catcher.
Strike 2. Looking for Bredlow. Full count here. Bredlow to start this bottom of the second inning. Slaps that to the right-hand side. I think that's going to get out of play as well. Deep right-hand side, foul ball out of play.
I should have switched to that camera view. I'll get it there eventually. But what surprises me here, Caleb, he's late on Hunter's. So Hunter must be dealing some good speed here.
I think Hunter's thrown pretty hard. He's got a good fastball, and he's been mixing it up with the curveball as well. It's throwing him off. Curveball there, grounded to shortstop. Gonna be a close play, and he fires over and makes the play.
What a great play.
Out number 1.
Nice job over there at shortstop, and Mitchell Moser grabbing it quickly, firing it over to Owen Lawson at first base to get the first out of the inning.
Yeah, not an easy play. Slow grounder to Moser.
Yeah, looking here, it looks like the grass is up a little bit higher in the infield, if you ask me, Caleb.
Yeah, it could be a little bit. Might cut it at different heights.
You can see out in the outfield, actually, it does look like the outfield was cut a lot shallower.
Hitting the shortstop gap, and Moser gets a hand on it. But Luke Hartz is going to reach on the single there.
Hartz with the first base hit of the game for Johnson Creek. Infield hit.
Brings up number 4, Silas Hartz, the right fielder for Johnson Creek.
Silas, a senior.
Shows bunt, gets it down first base side. That's rolling. Shep picks it up, fires to first base in time for the out.
Yeah, I was watching instead of producing. I wasn't sure Bailey was going to let it go and let it roll foul, but he grabbed a hold of it, got the out. We've talked about this numerous times, that outs is more important than that runner getting over to second base. Get the outs.
That's a sacrifice bunt by Silas Hartz. Yeah, take the out wherever you can get him. Now you have Luke Hartz on second base with 2 outs. Bringing up number 7, Aiden Smith. Ball high and inside. Smith batting .370 on the year. So that's going to be ball 2, low.
Breaking ball broke just a little bit too much. Went down and out, looked like to me.
2-0 to Smith. Another curveball low and outside there from Hunter Sowell. And he's in trouble now too. The 7-hitter, Aiden Smith.
Yeah, you don't want to. Smith, just a sophomore. Yeah, it's kind of surprised on the third pitch in there that he threw another breaking ball to him. But that time he went fastball to get the strike.
Called strike 2 there. Saba coming back in the count here. Worked it to 3-2. Another fastball there. We'll see what he decides to do. I'd say come with another fastball.
Why not? If you had their number 1 hitter or number 2 hitter on the team behind.
Saba curveball low in the dirt. And Smith does not chase, so he's going to reach on the walk.
Yeah, we talked. I would agree with you, Caleb. I would have come fastball once again. I mean, he was behind in the count, so
now Ian Hield.
got to come after it.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, Saba was down in the count with 3-0, and then worked it to full 3-2, and then lost him on the ball 4 walk. So going to bring up number 5, Ian Hield. Came back with the curveball there. Called strike 1.
Good change of pace there to get things started out.
A lot of trust in the breaking ball today from Saba. Swings back. Hits the net for strike 2. To the 8-hitter, number 5, Ian Hield. For Johnson Creek. Comes with the fastball. That's flied out down the left field line and foul. Out of play. To Hield.
Hield, the catcher for Johnson Creek.
Batting .257 on the year.
I'd say go after him. Just fire it past him.
Yeah, up in the count here, 0-2. Curveball ducks out of the way. Looked like if he doesn't duck, that might have been a strike.
Might have been just a hair inside.
Ball 1 to Hield. Grounder over to third base, foul.
Yeah, I always wondered about that. You know, he's the catcher. He sees breaking balls all the time as a catcher. So does that make him a better batter on the curveball since he knows what he's looking at?
Yeah, I mean, you'd think you'd see it a little bit more often. It's going to play a part in the call here from Shep.
Throw him the heater, Ricky.
1-2. Deals the fastball, line shot to center field. That's down, and that's trouble as the third, around third and score. Hartz rounds third and scores the first run of the game for Johnson Creek. Nice piece of hitting there from the catcher.
Courtesy runner coming in for him. That's going to be number 16. I don't have a 16 on my roster sheet.
16, Hayden Wagner.
I got him down as number 12, so might have an away and home jersey or away and home jerseys that are different.
Up now the pitcher, number 6, Doug Hartwig.
So he did come back and throw him the heater, and he was all over it.
Yeah, he was sitting on the fastball, lined it to center field. Nice, just a line drive. Nothing you can do. Good job by the center fielder, Dirks, hitting the cutoff at second base there. Ball 1, and the runner's going to take third base. No throw there.
Okay, stuck in the dirt. He went chest first into the dirt. I wasn't expecting him to take off, but I mean, that was a good, smart play.
Yeah, caught Oakfield off guard there. No throw attempt to the third base as Smith takes third.
It was walked.
Popped up and out of play. It's going to be 1-1 here to Hartwig.
If you're Hunter Saba, all you want to do is just keep shooting strikes at him.
Yeah, throw it in there. I mean, Hartwig is batting .425 on the year, which is, again, that's really good for the 9-hole spot. Ball low and outside. Another curveball low. 2-2. Could not get Hartwig to chase.
Not sure, first time through the lineup, I wouldn't be showing as many breaking balls. I would just see if you can get them with your speed.
Grounder to shortstop. Going to be a tough play. Fields it. Makes the throw. Not in time. Really close play there. Bang, bang. Just wasn't able to make the throw in time.
Owen Lawson over there disagrees with the count. He thinks that he caught it before he felt the thump of the bag. But doesn't matter. He's not the umpire.
Hartwig's going to reach on the infield single. Driving in Smith. All of a sudden here, Johnson Creek takes the lead 2-1.
And it's the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah, the bottom of the lineup doing all the damage for Johnson Creek here early. Swinging strike one there to Taylor Joseph.
All of this with 2 outs.
Yep, the damage has been done. Still runners on base as runner on second and first now with 2 down.
So that stolen base over in the third really came into play well.
Grounder over to the third baseman. Can just step on the base, and he does for out number 3.
Good job there by Johnson Creek. Blue Jays responding here in the bottom of the second.
It's going to be 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base.
After 2 complete here from Johnson Creek, your score 2-1. The Blue Jays over the Oaks. Coming up here in the top of the third for Oakfield will be.
Looks like Hunter Soppel, followed by Owen Lawson and James Kotzer.
We'll be back. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
Sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Let's check out what's going on in the YouTube chat. Allison Schaefer saying go Oaks with the hashtag there. Listening, watching in Sheboygan. That's fantastic. Avalon Woodward. I'm not sure who that is, but watching and sending support from California. So good to hear from Avalon.
Awesome. Glad you're watching and supporting, listening in.
Yeah, we miss seeing you. I hope that we get a chance soon.
Up now, Hunter Soppel fouls that one out of play for strike one.
Leading off for the Oaks, Hunter Soppel.
Sabo had an intentional walk his first at bat.
Didn't even see a single pitch. Ball low to him. Now they're not afraid to attack him. No runners on. Try to go after him.
Here comes the pitch.
Called strike 2 there on the curveball.
Really nice pitch there. Froze Sabo right there.
Nice pitch by Hartwig, getting ahead in the count here now, 1-2. Another curveball in the dirt. Sabo wanted it held back.
Nice block there by Ian Heald. Sorry about that.
2-2 now.
Thanks again to the 128 computers out there. And again, we've got a watch party we know for sure at Katie's. I'm hoping somebody could let us know what's happening over there.
Slaps that one to first base on the ground, sits down on it, and steps on the base for out number 1. It's going to retire Saville.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some help here for my instant replay and have yet to hear from anybody over at XSplit. It's been this way for the last, the last 2 games that we called here. So I'm hoping if we end up getting to the championship game here with the Oaks that we'll have something fixed there.
Yep, the good thing is we got multiple camera angles and still the sound, so.
Right. Yeah, so we're not missing the game here. We're trying to give you the replay as we see it.
Lawson drives one in to left center gap, and he's going to be caught.
Looked like he got a pretty good charge into that about halfway out. I don't see, you see yard markers down the lines or in center? I don't see a distance.
So it's 300 down the lines and 340 in center.
Where did you see that?
An email.
Oh, so we're supposed to read those things when they get sent to us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess so. Brings up number 19, James Kotzer, who singled last inning and had the lone RBI of the game for Oakfield.
First hit of the game. Is that the only hit of the game, too, for Oakfield so far?
The only hit so far. Swings at that one. And dirt. Going to be 1-2 to Kotzer. 1-1.
Things looking better here for Hartwig.
Grounds that one to third base. Going to have to make the throw. Third baseman step throws and fires in time. And he gets Kotzer on the ground out. The third out of the inning.
No runs?
No hits, no errors, and no one left on.
After 2.5 complete here from Johnson Creek. Bluejays up 2-1 over the Oaks. We'll be back. You're listening to Caleb Sauer and Jeff Sauer here on Radio Plus.
Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant offers a wide range of menu items, but is well known for their fabulous Friday fish fry salad bar, which is available both Fridays and Saturdays, along with Saturday prime rib. Another local favorite is the Sunday broasted chicken special, which comes with mashed potatoes or choice of potato, corn, and dinner roll for an affordable price. Katie also offers catering for just about any need or occasion. Katie will customize the menu to your needs. Check out Katie's Log Cabin daily specials Tuesday through Sunday, downtown Oakfield.
Tonight's Oakfield girls basketball game is proudly sponsored by Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance. For over 90 years, the team of Coles Hankey Kemmel have been serving the personal, business, and automotive insurance needs of the Oakfield community. A history of excellence starts with commitment to the roots of success and community. Contact Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance at 920-583-3010. A proud sponsor of tonight's game and Oakfield Athletics. Oak Central, your hub for great eats in Oakfield, is an honored supporter of Oakfield Athletics and tonight's game, serving American classics and fish fry dinners like ale-battered shrimp, bluegill, and poor man's lobster. Oak Central, just like home, but with more friends, more food, and more fun. Follow Oak Central on Facebook.
Welcome back here to Oakfield, or in Johnson Creek. As Johnson Creek up now to bat is going to be number 3, Tanner Herman. Ball 2 to him to start this bottom of the second inning. 2-0 to Herman with Hunter Sabel still on the mound for Oakfield. Herman struck out last in the first inning. Sabel finds a strike.
On the outside edge. We did not see this a lot when we saw him play against Elkhart Lake. He did not throw a lot of balls.
Yeah, he's been down in the counts a lot. Grounder in the gap. The shortstop third baseman reaches the outfield. It is going to be Herman. So he's going to reach leadoff single.
Looks like the Bluejays, well, a combination of things, kid, right? When you're down 3-0, what's that next pitch coming? And he did not sit dead red, and that's one of the things I've talked about. Why? Why not go after it? Because you know what's coming is a strike. Oh, it was 3-1. I'm sorry, that was the count, right?
3-1. It's that fastball hit it on the ground in the gap to the outfield. I mean, that's a good piece of hitting.
Right.
Again, not hit super hard and nothing dangerous. It just found a hole, reached all the way to the outfield for the single.
In that first inning, he got ahead of the hitters and he was able to pick what pitches he wanted to throw. So far, again, what I've seen, he's been behind in the count, and that's been forcing Johnson Creek been able to understand what pitch was coming.
Brings up number 9, Zach Holland. His Sabo had checked over to first base. Swinging strike 1 it was. Holland struck out looking in the first inning. Grounder over to second base. We'll see if they can make 2. Gets you out at second base, and that's it. So they took the out where they could get it.
Got the leadoff runner coming across, gets the first out of the inning. And when you're trailing by a run, that's critical, Caleb, right? To get ahead and get that out and lead runner.
Yeah, again, you got to take the outs. It's better to have the out there than having runners on second. And no outs. Ball low and outside to Dylan Bredlow. 4-hitter here for Johnson Creek.
Also the third baseman.
Another one low and in the dirt. Sabo racking up his pitch count here early in the bottom of the second inning. Reckon he's probably in the 20s or 30s.
Yeah, I would say so. I might be able to take a look at your book and count it.
Fouled out of play. The right-hand side there.
Again, when this is telling me he's hit everything off to the right-hand side. He's late.
Yeah, he's been fouling them off there. We've seen a couple hitters early on him. Bredlow maybe second-guessing what's coming. Sabo swings and drives that one on the ground. Second to third base, and he throws to second for out number 2. Again, getting the leadoff runner.
Decides not to try and turn it. Looked like probably that was a smart choice there, right there. He didn't get the best jump towards the base, and the runner was coming up down the line.
Yeah, so Bredlow's going to reach on the fielder's choice. It's going to bring up number 2, Luke Hartz. Shows bunt, gets it down. 2-out bunt here. Sabo picks it up, throws the first in time for the out. Interesting 2-out bunt attempt from the 5-hitter.
Very interesting strategy there.
There's going to be no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base.
After 3 complete here from Johnson Creek, your score 2-1, the Blue Jays over the Oaks. Oaks coming up to bat. Listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
For their menu and events, Oak Central, an honored supporter of Oakfield Athletics and tonight's game.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Imagine getting back to a life of movement and freedom in one simple in-office procedure. No downtime, no lengthy hospital stays, and no painful recovery. Isn't it time you reclaimed your life from pain? Call us at 920-324-9899 or visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun. What are you waiting for? Get back to living pain-free. Call New Medical Center now.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Let's check that YouTube chat once again. Watching and sending. Oh, we got Avalon. Hey, Caleb said you're supposed to be working, so thanks again for finding time. Chris Hebel says, Al, Liv, and Lola say go Oaks. Gotta love that. So thanks again for Chris Hebel being on there. Watching from Johnson Creek, Adam Knight, nice. And let's go Oaks from Joel Harmson. So let's see how things start out here for the Oaks. Here in the top of the 4th inning. Ball 1.
Ball 1 there to Carson Fisher. Six-hitter here. Slaps that up the middle. That's going to be to the shortstop on the ground. Fires over to first base in time for out number 1.
Yeah, I forgot to switch it over to camera 3, but at least you got the one behind the plate. My camera 3 is the third base. That's the one I went over there and adjusted just so I could make sure I could see it better, and you can. So I should probably use it.
Brings up number 8, Davis Dirks in the 7th spot. Looks like a ball 1 to him inside a little bit. Seems like Hartwig's settled in here pretty good after the first inning.
Yeah, he's gotten ahead of the hitters again, which I think is huge. I don't think you can overstate how important that is to, as a pitcher, to get ahead, especially here, I would say, at the high school level.
Yeah, you really got to have confidence in your first pitch and get ahead in the count, especially in the pitch count era here. Strike 1 on the inside part of the plate to Dirks. It's going to be 2-1 as Dirks reached on a walk in the second inning.
Yeah, and being ahead there in the count 2-0, that's what I'm saying. As a hitter, you're ahead. You know he's got to come.
Yeah, you're going to be sitting fastball. Breaking ball, ducks out of the way, called strike 2.
That was more of that 12-6 breaker as he was trying to get out of the way. Didn't see it, and it broke a little bit to the inside as well.
Good pitch there from Hartwig. Comes back with the fastball low in the dirt. Going to be full now. Again to Dirks. As Dirks had reached on the walk in the second inning.
So what are you thinking here? Fastball?
Yeah, I think you got to come with a fastball here.
Be ready as a hitter to take it, huh?
Slaps that one to the second baseman on the ground. Fields it, makes the throw to first, and in time. It's going to be out number 2. Here, the 4-3 ground out for Dirks.
Could see it was a little bit slow in that infield grass.
Yeah, anything here on the ground, it's getting caught up. I'm sure it's still got to be a little bit wet. We don't see any standing water, obviously, but there's got to be.
Well, you can see the track mark where they're walking back and forth. You can see there's mud showing there.
So, yes, it is a little bit wet then. 1-0 to the hitter, Brody Colleen. DH. Fouls that one off the catcher for strike 1. Colleen the DH for Andy Kinsler.
Colleen a sophomore.
1-1 here, 2 outs.
Oaks got to get something going here. Got a little more excitement. Right now the crowd is kind of dead. Great pitch.
Called strike there. Yeah, his breaking ball has been real nice when he's been able to find the inside corner there.
Yeah, he's been dialing it in. It's when he overthrows his fastball that it's been in the dirt.
Gets Colleen to go down swinging for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning there. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base for the Oaks.
After 3.5, your score is 2-1. The Bluejays of Johnson Creek as they're coming up to bat. Hey, I wanted to just take a look over there at the scoreboard just to its left there. I don't know if you can see the Blue Jay there, but they cut it in the grass, and then they spray painted it. I think that's a nice little touch here for Johnson Creek. We'll step aside. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of today's game. The Oakfield Booster Club is a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of our community. The money raised helps to purchase athletic equipment, off-season programs, facility improvements, and more, scholarships, and many other items for the district in our community. The Oakfield Booster Club is a proud sponsor of the Oakfield Oaks in today's game. Log on to Facebook.com/the Oakfield Booster Club.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Want to give a shout out quickly. Doug Mock, I could see him over there along the baseline. Thanks to him for supporting us all season here with the softball and the baseball live streams. So I hope that you've enjoyed that. Again, a shout out over there to the Booster Club doing a fantastic job in Oakfield as well. We've got some great athletic teams. And speaking of softball, Thursday night, we will be making the call on AM 1170, The Source.
Yeah, that game will be down in Madison as Oakfield is the #1 seed in the state tournament for softball.
Fouls that one off. 1-1.
1 now to Silas Hartz, who is the 6 hitter here.
I'm looking forward to going down there and calling a softball game.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Never been to the field at Goodman Field in UW campus.
Nope, me either. So looking forward to that. And I know Steve Winterhack will also be calling a game or two from there because just out of play. They were doing a nice job of tracking that, actually.
Yeah, we had 3 Oaks in the area. Just went over the fence. Not enough for them over there.
Yep, congratulations to the Waupun girls softball team as well. They're going to be down there. They got I believe they got the 4 seed. So
3.
They were the 3 seed, yeah. So they got the second game. Oakfield was the #1 seed, just like you had said. They're going to be taking on Thorpe. I think it was the Cardinals. Thorpe Cardinals, I believe that it was. And Laconia Spartans there too.
All line inside here to Silas Hart's. Going to be a full count now.
A lot of full counts.
Yeah, Sobel's really up there in the pitch count. Ball 4, he's going to walk him. Hartz is going to reach on the no-out walk, leadoff walk. Got to be a frustrating day on the mound here for Sobel. This is something we don't see normally. Struggled, has walked a couple batters, a lot of full counts. Again, haven't seen any true damage really by Johnson Creek. I haven't seen any extra base hits.
No, not really. They're just sitting.
Just been singles and walks.
Yeah, they're sitting and making him throw pitches until they get the pitch that they want. And I would agree with you. A lot of times that he's been behind. Sobel's been behind in the count. And Johnson
Except for
Creek,
the first inning. I mean,
right.
The first inning, it was 1-2-3 inning. Dominated, 2 strikeouts. But yeah, ever since, he's struggled a little bit. Now the hitter, Aiden Smith.
1-1's a count. Or it's one of those examples we're just talking about there.
Shot to the shortstop, line drive, and he's going to make the throw to first.
Not
in time for the double up, but made the snag there for the line out #1.
Thanks again to Bristol Morgan Bank, our scoreboard sponsor. Appreciate the fact that they were able to help support us to come here as well.
Ian Heald.
Brings up the catcher, number 5, Ian Heald for Johnson Creek. He had the single in the second inning that had the first RBI of the game for Johnson Creek. Called strike 1 there on the inside part of the plate.
Ahead in the count is huge for Hunter here. That opens up his entire pitching repertoire.
You got Silas Hartz over at first base. Look like a maybe 2-seam fastball up in the zone. A little spin on it. Still had some good speed, just missed the zone.
Gives you a chance here to look at it. Oh, I wonder what was checking there. Maybe he's got a thing that says what he normally throws on 1-1.
Fouled up, out of play. It could be. I also see the third base coach has the wristband. They must be yelling out a number.
Yeah, that we can't quite hear. Got a little bit of wind coming into the microphone and good fans all around us here cheering for their teams. But I would agree, that's what I think he pulled out of his pocket to look at, and that meant hit and run.
Runner goes, and that's going to be hit to the shortstop, but he's covering second base. That's going to reach the outfield.
Really nice piece of hit and run there.
Yeah, as the hit and run, just a slow ground ball to the shortstop, but he went and covered second base. So, Heald's going to reach on the one-out single, moving Hartz to second base. Brings up number 6, Doug Hartwig, who's the pitcher for Johnson Creek.
Runners at first and second for the Bluejays.
First and second, only 1 out here. Gap shot there. It's going to be in the right center gap is Hartwig. Rounding third and is going to score. A run for Johnson Creek. His Hearts.
Really nice piece of hitting there.
Yeah, again, exactly what he did last at bat. If I remember correctly, he hit the single again and up to center field, right center. His Hartwig is going to have another RBI on the day. Moves the runner over to second base for Johnson Creek. I didn't catch who the pinch runner was.
They didn't bring anybody in here for Hartwig yet. That's what I was just going to say. I'm surprised they did a pinch runner last time for him.
They did the pinch runner for the catcher at second. I don't know who came in.
Oh, I'm sorry. It might have been number 16 that was out there because he was the one that was for him the last time.
Okay, Hayden Wagner.
That's what I'm guessing, but I don't have my binoculars either, so I can't quite see the number on the jersey. It looks like number 16 to me. And then coming in to run for the pitcher is Evan Malig, number
Brings
11.
Up the one-hitter Taylor Joseph. Foul tip for strike one to him. 0 for 2 on the day. It's been the bottom of the order that's done the damage here for Johnson Creek. Shot down up to left field. And Joseph's going to reach on the hit, the single.
Good job over there by the left fielder, Andy Kinsler, getting that ball in a hurry. You could also see Kautzer setting up. He was going to give the base, and he came in to be the cutoff, so it's a smart play over there by
you got to hit the cutoff
Oaks.
there to limit the runners advancing.
I think we'll step aside here as we've got a little bit of Coach having a conversation on the mound. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus. We'll be back.
Being a smaller organization, I think, gives us such an advantage to be able to adapt to what our customers need, especially at the small business level. They give us feedback on what's important to them and what products and services they need and are important and they value, and we can make adjustments. We can hear our customers as to what they need, and we can make adjustments.
One out, bases loaded here for Johnson Creek.
Number 3, Tanner Herman up.
Ahead 3-1 here in this inning, or in this contest.
Swinging strike one to Herman.
Trying to pick up on that high fastball. It's a hard pitch to hit, especially with the speed that Szabo's throwing on that fastball.
Yeah, I wonder what Coach Shep said in the mound visit.
Well, I know what I would have been telling him. It's the same thing I've been saying the whole time. Get ahead in the count. Stay ahead in the count. 1-1 is even. You're okay here, but you've got to come after him with a strike.
Misses low. There, 2-1 now to Herman, who's the two-hitter for Johnson Creek.
Behind in the count.
1 for 2 on the day. Fouled. Back, hits the net.
Another one of the high fastballs. He could not catch up to it.
2-2 to Herman. Again, one out here. Bases loaded in the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the fourth. It's a big spot here. Inside, almost hits him, and he's able to duck out of the way.
Didn't bring the bat down, though. I thought he almost hit the bat, which would have been interesting.
Bat, yeah.
Put that in play, it would have been a bunt.
That's true. Full count to Herman. Follows that one up and out of play. Herman staying alive here, working the count to full. Again with one out. Szabo's pitch count getting up there.
Bases loaded. And you know you got to come with a strike or you're going to give up a run.
Grounder up the middle, right at the second baseman. He can step. He tags the runner instead and fires over to first. Not in time for the double up.
Got to get the out. He got the out over at second base. That was Carson Fisher. Again, it's slow roller to him.
Scores Wagner.
And gets the out. But a run scores for the Blue Jays. They are now up 4-1 here on the Bristol Morgan Bank scoreboard.
Runners on first and third here. This Harbin is able to drive across the run for the RBI. Grounder to first base. Had time, almost could have picked it up in play. Waited for it to go foul.
Looked like it took a little bit of a funny hop coming up the line again. We know that it's wet. They know we had to put a bunch of diamond dry down there, so there's some chunks that you normally wouldn't see out there that are happening because of the spikes.
Bringing up here to the hitter, Zach Holland. 0-1 now. 2 outs. Right up the middle, that's going to be all the way to the outfield. Ground brings in another run here for Johnson Creek.
Now 5-1. Definitely showing here why they are the #1 ranked team in Division 4. And this is going to be the second time coach is coming out. I believe that's going to be it for Hunter Sabo.
Change, we'll see.
Yeah. We're going to step aside. I'll finish out the one commercial that I didn't finish out, and then we'll come back and look at the YouTube chat. And I'm pretty sure Hunter Sabo's day is over. We'll be back.
The youth sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. New pitcher on the mound for the Oaks is going to be number 10, Mitch Mosier. What do we got for stats on Mosier, Caleb?
Yeah, he's 6-0 on the year. 31 innings pitched with a 1.14 ERA. So this is the Oaks' second best pitcher. They're bringing him in. They need him here.
Yeah, he was the one that got the start against Heritage Christian. Is that who they played the first time? No, they played Fall River. They got a bye against Wayland, and then they played Fall River. Mosier was the winning pitcher in that contest. In fact, I believe that it was a shutout, if I remember correctly. Looking at the score, without my glasses, I'm having 17-0. I think it was after 5 in that regional semifinal game.
So Sowell's going to go to shortstop. Position swap there with Mosier.
Yeah, I mean, that they've just been hitting him. I mean, it's time you got to make the change. Part of it, I think, again, is the combination of being behind in counts. A good piece of hitting by Johnson Creek. They were just nice and patient at the plate, knowing that after, like you said, after that first inning, Hunter struggled to find that strike zone and get ahead in the count, and allowed the Johnson Creek hitters who can hit the ball to hit the ball.
Brings up the 4-hole spot, number 10, Dylan Brudlow. Swinging strike 1 to him.
Runners at first and second for the Blue Jays.
Brudlow 0-for-2 on the day. Mosier on the mound. Nice block there by Shep. 1-1.
Came after him again with a second breaking ball in a row.
Definitely trying to keep these Johnson Creek hitters off balance.
It only works if you're throwing. There it is.
Ball.
Ooh.
Outside.
I couldn't see the plate from my vantage point. I've got my screen blocking it.
I couldn't see the best either. Yeah, I just didn't see the strike called. Runner goes. Shep throws. Calls him out on the money. That is going to be the third out of the inning. That is huge for Oakfield as Shep is able to get the runner caught stealing.
Having a conversation out there with the umpire. It was really a close play there at third. Obviously, I didn't get the camera switched in time. And he saw it the way that he saw it. He calls it out. And that's going to do it here for 4 innings complete, 5-1 for the Johnson Creek Bluejays. And the Oaks are going to have to put some runs together here in the next couple of innings. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer. We'll be back. We're going to check that YouTube chat and see if we can get those Oaks rolling.
Good luck, Oakfield, in your game today from Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance. They've been serving the community for more than 80 years. Well-trained, experienced agents that work for you. Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance makes the insurance process easy and affordable. See Julie, Wendy, and Dennis today for any and all of your insurance needs. Coles, Henke, and Kemmel Insurance of Brownsville and Oakfield. Good luck, Oaks, in your game today.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. We believe in a holistic approach, combining cutting-edge therapies and lifestyle changes that can slow down, stop, or even reverse the progression of your disease to help you live your life to the fullest. Don't let peripheral neuropathy hold you back. Take the first step towards a pain-free life. Call New Medical Center today at 920-324-9899 or visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324.
Welcome back. First pitch to number 22, Traden Marchinkuski.
Ball 1.
One of the 4 seniors on this team.
Fouls that one out of play to the right field side. Strike 1.
So you get past that first inning, Caleb. Doug Hartwig has done the job on the mound too. We were obviously, I was second doubting, questioning the call to not start your ace, but it looks like Coach obviously knows his players better than we do, of course.
Yeah, Hartwig has settled in real nice for Johnson Creek and just been dealing. Called strike 3 there.
Right on the outside corner.
Marchinkuski's going to go down to the leadoff strikeout.
I don't think there's been that many strikeouts, though, have there, Caleb? Is that third? I think there's only been 3.
Fourth of the day for
Fourth
Hartwig.
of the okay.
Here in the top of the 5th inning.
It's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Bailey Shep, the catcher.
Shep grounder to third base side. That's through to the outfield for a single. Shep getting something going here for Oakfield. Needed that from their leadoff hitter.
Yeah, they needed to get a little bit of life going here again. Even the crowd isn't quite as charged up as they were in the beginning here for the Oaks.
Shep reaches on the 1-out single. Brings up number 10, Mitchell Moser, who is now on the mound for Oakfield. Hartwig checks over to first base. Shep gets it back in time.
Trying to practice switching between those cameras.
Quick ball 1 there to Moser.
Shep trying to put a little pressure over there at first.
Ball 2.
Dancing. See if I can get a picture of that over there before the pitch comes in. See Hartwig check over the shoulder. Definitely doesn't want to give up, obviously.
Called strike 1, fastball on the inside part of the plate. Yeah, it's different. I mean, Oakfield hasn't had a runner on since the 2nd inning.
Yeah. Now's the time, 5 inning. Top of 5th.
Look like a ball outside, 3-1 now to Moser.
Be great with only 1 out to get Hunter Sabel up here.
Ball high, that's gonna walk. Moser. Moving Shep to second base. Here.
It's gonna bring up Hunter Sabel, the senior. who's been moved over to short. Give himself a chance here to help out his teammate Mosier.
Like a ball 1 to him. And Savil's 0 for 1 on the day. Reached on a walk in the first inning.
Nice pitch there by Hartwig, froze him. That breaking ball.
1-1 to Saville.
I don't think he was expecting that to come.
Breaking ball, shot to left center field. That one's got a chance all the way to the fence. That's going to be a double for Saville, and 2 runs are almost going to come across and score. Wow. This one has changed now with Saville with a 2 RBI double.
What a great piece of hitting there, sitting back on it. Here comes that fastball in on him. He's ahead in the count and drills it out to the fence. Scores 2 with the double, and now it is 5-3.
Exactly what you needed from your 3-hole hitter, senior. Saville drives a deep one to left center and is going to empty the bases there as he had a 2 RBI double. Lawson calls time, steps out. Owen Lawson up to bat now, number 35.
Got to feel really good for Hunter there after being pulled as the pitcher. He decided to make his difference at the plate and did. A nice hit.
First pitch, curveball, throws Lawson for strike 1.
Again, that's confidence there, coming back, throwing your breaking ball as your first pitch.
Checks him at second base, and he's back in time, safe.
I didn't get the right camera shot there, but I'm not the one standing down there seeing it. From here, it looked close.
That was really close. Yeah, but he gets back in time, so Saville's safe.
Hunter was leaning towards third base.
Breaking ball inside for a ball. It's going to be 1-1 to Lawson.
With only 1 out.
4-hole hitter, first baseman. Foul tip right in the catcher's mitt for strike 2. Lawson 0 for 2 on the day. Now is the time for a clutch hit.
Clutch hit sends Saville with great speed all the way around to get it within 1 run.
Inside, hits him. Throws the bat to the dugout. It's going to be hit by pitch. Lawson's going to reach.
Yeah, I don't know why he would throw the dugout, but I think I would be happy with that. I am on. Now, we've talked about this numerous times before too, Caleb. You have to wear it in a game. Like, you have to be up there to play for the team.
Was down in the count 1-2, and Hartwig just threw fastball inside, hits him. So he's going to reach on the hit by pitch, and Saville's going to still be at second base. So you got first and second, and only 1 out still.
Coach from Johnson Creek, Mark Blakely, coming out to have a conversation out there on the mound to settle things down. Coach Shep also comes down to have a conversation with James Kautzer. I gotta love this, Caleb, the way that they have battled and come back into this contest. Both of us, at least I'll say for myself, down 5-1, I thought, oh no. You got the #1 team in the state. They're ahead with 4 runs. But the Oaks kept themselves in this.
In the pinch run for Lawson.
And Kautzer is going to bring him up to the plate now for Oakfield. Ball high to him.
Kautzer had one of the first hit, right? Didn't he have it in the
first hit of the game for Oakfield? Yes.
Yeah.
And
drove in runs.
1 RBI, yeah.
Pinch runner came in. I didn't catch who it was. I think it says number 12 if I'm looking over there.
It's all out of play. 1-1.
Henry Dreskowski, a freshman over there in running for Lawson. Saville sitting over at second base with only 1 out. Dreskowski over at first.
Ground
hit on the
third
ground.
Base, foul.
Foul. Now, you did talk about that before down here on this first base side. That was a smart play by the third baseman in Dylan Bredlow to field it behind the bag in case it would have hopped back into play.
Yeah, if that hits the base and goes fair, it's a fair ball. 1-2 to Kautzer. High and inside for ball 2.
I like that pitch. Fastball. Yep. Up at the eyes. You're ahead in the count. He doesn't throw the breaking bounce. Then he comes in with smoke.
Foul tip right in the catcher's mitt for strike 3. Catcher's going to go down with the foul tip.
Two outs now here for the Oaks. They still got runners sitting at first and second. They push 2 across here to make it a 2-run differential here in the top of the 5th.
Bringing up Carson Fisher, number 2 for Oakfield.
Fisher, just a sophomore, a second baseman.
Calls time and gets out of the box.
Again, I think that's a smart move as well for the young man. Gusta Wynn, you can see the camera dancing out there.
Follows that, right-hand side, out of play. Gonna be 0-1, I believe.
Yeah, 0-1. The first pitch coming to him.
To Fisher, who is over 2 on the day.
Choked up a little bit.
Good ball outside, fastball.
Hunter's got to be careful out there over at second base. I mean, they had a real close play on him already once. You would think that...
Grounded a shortstop. Going to be a tough play. Fires over to second base in time for the force out.
Good little flip over there to get the 3rd out of the inning. But the Oaks were able to push 2 across on what line here, Caleb?
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base.
And after 4.5 complete here from Johnson Creek, your score 5-3. The Oaks cut the lead in half. We'll see what they can do here defensively here in the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus. We're checking the YouTube chat when we come back.
Oakfield Elevator Company Incorporated is a proud sponsor of Oakfield Athletics and tonight's game. Success on the court or the field starts with the right team, with the right coaching. Oakfield Elevator's line of wholesale feeds, fertilizers, agrochemicals, and supplies is supported by their line of experts and friendly sales staff. Oakfield Elevator Company Incorporated, 280 North Main Street in Oakfield, a proud supporter of Oakfield Athletics.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Bredlow coming back up as there was the throw out at 3rd by Shep. Checking in that chat. Let's get the bats going. Oaks from Darylyn Hooper, sorry about that, Darylyn. Yep, they did. You definitely did exactly what they wanted them to do. Coach Rob Schaefer, Lady Oaks are cheering for a comeback for the Oaks. There's one down. Good play over there by the 3rd baseman, Kautzer.
Yeah, it was a ground to third base, and he steps in time. Nice pick over there at first base by Lawson.
So we need Hooper to put some stuff back in there to make sure those bats come back when they come up there. And again, congratulations to the Lady Oaks. Thursday, we're going to follow them down to Madison, Caleb, and we're going to get a chance to call their game, and we have seen them a lot. I love that team.
Whoa! Shot to center field just over the top of the shortstop, Sabel's head. It's going to fall for the 1-out single.
Geez, I thought he had that one lined up. He turned the shoulders nicely, was running after it. I just lost track of it as it got to the glove. And a base hit for the Bluejays.
Luke Hart's second hit of the game, second single.
Number 5 hitter. And again, we've talked about this. It's been the bottom part of the lineup here.
Brings up number 4, Silas Hartz. Bunt attempt, gets it down. Mosier fields it, fires to first base in time. So a 1-out bunt makes it 2 outs. And the sack bunt there by Hartz.
good talk. I could hear that time, Caleb. That was the first time, but I always like the sound turned out to my ears. But I could actually hear the Oakfield defense telling him over to one to get the second out.
Smart play. I mean, I don't think they would have been able to make the throw to second. So took the out at first base and got the out. Hearts advances to second.
And we've had that conversation numerous times as well. Get the out. Don't worry about that runner advancing. Even if it would be coming home, you've got to get the out. Don't try and make a difficult play.
Brings up number 7, Aiden Smith. Walked in the second inning. Line out in the fourth. I think it's 1-0.
Ball 1.
Grounder to the second base gap, and that's going to reach the outfield. Right fielder, coach waving him in. Play at the plate here. Throw is not in time and gets past Shep. Shep races after it and is able to limit the damage. Smith is going to reach second.
Yeah, firing it all the way in from right field was Trey Marcinkuski. It was a pretty decent throw, a little bit up the line. And good aggressive running there by the Blue Jays. Why not? You got a 2-run lead. That one's not going to hurt, and it's a low percentage to get the out at home anyways.
Force them to make the throw. We haven't seen many field throws from the outfielders, so they tested them and it worked out.
Yeah, just up the line. Bailey could not block it, and it gets past, and that allows then the hitter who was I'm sorry, I lost track of who that was.
Aiden Smith.
Aiden Smith, thank you. Who was able to advance then over to second. Looks like
sub runner came in. Number 11 maybe?
Evan Malig.
That's what it looks like to me. Must be coming in.
Yeah, because he was the pinch runner before, so he would have to be coming in, right, to be actually play defense in order for him to go back out there and run for somebody else. Should have brought my binoculars. I thought about it. I've got backed everything else except for the kitchen sink and my binoculars.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep. It's going to bring up number 5, Ian Heald.
6-3 is your score here in Johnson Creek. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I know that we're enjoying this game here. We really have enjoyed doing this, and good pitch there by Mitchell Moser. For the most part, he's done a nice job here against the hitters until, again, this inning here, the bottom of the lineup has been giving him troubles.
Yeah, this Johnson Creek, there's no weak spot in the lineup, that's for sure. And the bottom half has been doing damage.
I think that noise is actually the wind coming through the loudspeakers. I thought it was thunder, but I think it's because they left the mic on over at the broadcast booth. That's what's causing the thunder sound. That's going to be
that one to the right side. Foul ball just to the right of the line there, the foul line.
The umpire turned around, clearly was looking right down the line. He even shows it to the first base coach how far out it was. That was a really nice play. Yeah, so there they got the somebody in the crowd told them to turn the mic off. I would be the last person who would making a judgment call like that with anything that has to do with broadcasting or announcing.
So it's 1-2 to Heald.
He has been a thorn in the side here for the Oaks.
2 for 2 on the day. Curveball high.
Ooh. I thought it was a great pitch there. I thought Heald, by squatting down like that, took the vision away maybe from the umpire, because that was a good pitch. But he's been consistent with his calls as well, and that's all we asked for.
Another curveball high. Full count now to Heald. We got runners on at second base.
2 outs. Full count. Comes after him.
Strike 3.
Good job there with the smoke by Mitchell Moser. 1 run came in for the Blue Jays to push it back to a 3-run lead to counteract one of the runs that the Oaks had put up. What's the final line there, Caleb, for this inning?
1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base.
And after 5 complete here, Johnson Creek, your score is 6-3, the #1 team in the state in Division 4. with a 3-run lead over our Mighty Oaks. Let's see if they can get those bats rolling one more time. Listen to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
49899, because you deserve to live without pain.
We make you feel at home and auto sales. Great selection and a price that's low. You'll find friendly smiles and a warm hello every time. We make you feel at home and auto sales. Every time we make you feel at home and auto sales.
Home and Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of high school sports.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. 6-3 is a score. Waiting for the catcher, Ian Heald, to get his equipment on, and he has. Now he'll take one pitch from behind and probably throw it down right away. Bluejays with a 3-run lead here. Let's see what the Oaks can do if they can get things rolling. Bottom of their lineup, I believe, is up, Caleb, correct?
Looks like number 6, Doug Hartwig, number 8, Davis Dirks for Oakfield. On the wrong side.
So Dirks
will be followed by Colleen, will be followed by March and Kuski.
7-8-9 hitters here for Oakfield. See if they can get things rolling just like the Blue Jays have in the bottom of the order. Starts out with that first pitch is a ball.
Dirks over 1 on the day, reached on a walk.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see missing, Caleb, off of that scoreboard. I mean, the beautiful new facility here. They did a fantastic job getting it ready, so a shout out to the Johnson Creek maintenance crew and the baseball fans and everybody that helped get this thing in playable order. 2-1 is the count to Dirks.
Ball high there. Hartwig still on the mound for Johnson Creek. Ball inside.
3-1.
3-1, and last at bat, Dirks faced 8 pitches and got a full count. In the second inning, he walked and faced 5 pitches, I mean. So he's working the counts up. Swings that one back. It's going to be another full count here to Dirks.
Nice job there, I think, by Davis.
Yeah, he's definitely seen a lot of pitches today, the most of any hitter for either team.
Full count now for the Oaks. Hartwig on the mound.
Foul tip. The catcher's able to hang on for the strikeout. Dirks goes down.
Good pitch by Hartwig to put it on the outside edge. Dirks would have had to really reach to come around on that fastball to get it, and you can't let it go. I mean, you've talked about that a lot of times as your mentality as a hitter. You've got to protect the plate.
Brings up Brody Colleen, number 11 for Oakfield. Ball inside. It's pitch 1. Had a sack bunt and strikeout so far.
Need Brody to see if he can get something rolling here for the Oaks.
Strike called. 1-1 to the 8-hitter for Oakfield.
Top of 6.
Curveball froze him. That's inside anyway. Curveball.
So I'm going to say it. Wear it.
Inside the off-speed pitch.
Yeah, right. So the momentum's not there. Get on base.
2-1. Fastball outside. 3-1 again.
That has been his go-to pitch to try and get the hitters to swing, has been on that outside edge with a fastball low.
Strike. Fastball on the inside part of the plate there to Colleen. Another full count here.
You knew it was coming. Here comes the pitch.
Fastball low in the dirt a little bit. It's going to be too low as Colleen's going to draw the 1-out walk.
Yeah, you can see he just pulled the string on that a little bit here as he tried to hurry up. On Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus. We'll be back.
Sports, right? We support youth sports in all of our communities, sponsoring teams, booster clubs, and then really supporting the schools with some PTO activities where we'll donate to the PTOs as they need. We help sponsor a new playground for one of the schools in Fond du Lac. There's different things that we've done, and I look forward to our ability as we grow to be able to increase that exposure and that opportunity for us to give back to the communities.
Welcome back. We know that we're having some video issues here. My MiFi has heated up a little bit here, so I'm going to see if I can cool it down with a bottle of hot water that we have sitting here so we can get through this. We're sitting in the sun. The sun has come out a little bit and made things a little bit warmer here. So, again, always stick with us. We'll do whatever we can to bring that back to you. I know it was dropping a few frames there. It looks like to me that we're back on. So if somebody could put that in the chat, we certainly would appreciate it so I can make sure that the video is coming back across. It's telling me that it dropped the bit rate. So it looks like coming in now is going to be number 7. It looks like that Bredlow moved over to first base. Assuming then that means that Hartwig is going over to third, maybe?
That's my guess, yeah.
Aiden Smith coming in to pitch. What do we got for a line on Smith? I can get it if you're continuing to add things up here. Let me see if I can find that stuff here. I'm going to check and see in the YouTube and make sure that we're coming across okay. Maybe Coach Schaefer can let me know. Katie McNamara, you guys covering the Laconia Lady Spartans fast pitch at state. Yes, we are. Steve Winterhack will be making that call down at state. We talked about that earlier in our show here about how everything it's been beautiful for softball in the area with Division 5, the Lady Oaks making it to the state tournament. In Division 3, the Laconia Spartans making it. And in Division 2, the Waupun Warriors making it. So Steve Winterhack's going to call the Warriors and the Spartans, and we're going to take the Lady Oaks since we've seen them quite a bit. But we still got a big baseball game here. There's only 1 out, 1 runner sitting at first base. Coming up, it's going to be Trey Marchinkuski, and he is one of the other seniors. 4 seniors on this team who do not want things to end. You talked about it before with Marchinkuski, Caleb, being a over 300 hitter on the bottom of the lineup. And let's see if I can also find out some of the information here for number 7.
The line on Smith.
Okay, go for it.
Seems like he's their second pitcher. 7-0 on the year, 46 innings pitched, only 10 runs given up. So he's got a 1.5 ERA.
Yeah, so we'll see how that does. He's the second one on the staff as far as wins. Is the same number of pitches as well, Caleb. I don't. Or innings pitched.
A little bit, yeah, second most innings pitched here.
Really juiced up there as he held on to that fastball a little bit too much. Rides up high.
Ball 1 to Marchinkuski.
Again, the runner sitting over at first base for the Oaks.
Ball 2 in the dirt.
Overcompensated this time.
Again, the 9-hitter for Oakfield, Marchinkuski.
It'd be great to get to the top because Bailey Shep has been okay at the top today.
Yes, he has. Ball 3. Must have missed just outside.
Sit dead red right here. You need runners that would push the win or the tying run to the plate in Shep. If Marchinkuski can get the walk here.
Ball 4.
4 pitches, 4 balls, moves the runner over. So if you're Shep, you're sitting dead red here right now and make sure he's going to fire a strike. And that typically isn't Bailey's MO from what I've been able to see here. I mean, you've got a better shot on the book on how many pitches he's faced, but I think he's pretty aggressive up there at the plate.
Yeah, he's been pretty aggressive. Worked 1 count to full. That was his block that he had earlier. So Shep is 1 for 2 on the day.
Here comes the pitch.
Ball 1.
High end outside to Shep. Bailey Smart turns around to the umpire and looks and kind of asks for where the ball was.
Yeah, he did. Strike. Looks like an off-speed pitch, kind of down the middle. Had some spin there.
Bailey agreed with that one. Nods the head. Huge for the senior right here. If he could help out the team, push at least 1 across. Oh, they had him set up at second base. Nobody went to cover.
No coverage. Good pickoff move there. Just no one covering, so couldn't make the throw.
Smith on a huge jump on a secondary, and he might have been actually going on a hit and run here, maybe.
Called fastball there.
Bailey didn't like that. He thought it was low and outside.
1-2 now to Shep, leadoff hitter for Oakfield.
Gotta go after it, Bailey. There we go.
1 out, runner on first and second. Smith on the mound. Comes with the fastball outside. For ball 2.
Yeah, he'll even set up outside there. 2-2 is the count.
To Shep. Bailey Shep, the catcher for Oakfield. Fouls that one back. Straight back. For staying alive here for
yeah, that's exactly
Bailey
what I was
Shep.
thinking, right?
Wasted off a pitch, didn't like it.
Got a piece of it. Stays alive up there at the plate. That's what you got to have.
2-2 count to him. To Shep, 1 out.
Here comes the pitch in here.
Fouls that one straight back again. Shep
Trying to stay alive. Yeah.
These pitches are outside, I believe.
Try and see if you put it up straight up and down, because it's a boom mic here. So, can I twist it for you? There you go. See if that'll cut the wind out a little bit. It may not. That's where you want it, though. Good job. Okay, still 2-2. 1 out.
Flies that one in the air to the infield to the third baseman. Shortstop ranging over and takes it from him.
Should have been an infield fly, and I believe it was. And you give way to the shortstop when the shortstop calls it. Is that correct?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're looking where Hartwig is now at the third baseman, the shortstop came all the way to him. He lost it in the sun. So it's going to be out number 2.
Did a nice job at tracking it. Infield fly would have made the out anyways. And now coming up is number 10, Mitchell Mosier. He's come in to pitch in relief.
Called strike there on the fastball.
Aiden Smith having come in relief of Doug Hartwig.
Not sure what year either of those pitchers are.
Hartwig was a junior, and Smith is just a sophomore.
Ball high, fastball there.
So they're going to have their 2 pitchers who they're seeing here today are going to be back for next year. I know they don't want to think about that right now, but boy, you're here in the sectional semis and you got a sophomore and a junior pitching.
Called strike there to Mosier. 1-2 now. He wanted it, just didn't swing.
Yeah, I think it was a little high. I was just watching it there. If it was coming across. Again, I'm not questioning the umpire. I cannot see the plate. I can't see completely up and down, but that's what it kind of looked like where the ball went by his hands.
1-2 to Mosier. Smith fires in there. Grounder to the shortstop. Deep in the hole, fires over to first. Wow, in time, and he gets him for out number 3.
Mitchell Mosier tried to do what he could. He dove in there to try and make it, but could not. A good cannon over there. I think that's Taylor Joseph over there, and that shortstop, senior.
No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left on base.
And after 5.5 complete here from Johnson Creek, The home team coming up to bat. You're listening to Caleb Sauer and Jeff Sauer here on Radio Plus. We'll be back after these messages from our sponsor.
Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant offers a wide range of menu items, but is well known for their fabulous Friday fish fry salad bar, which is available both Fridays and Saturdays, along with Saturday prime rib. Another local favorite is the Sunday broasted chicken special, which comes with mashed potatoes or choice of potato, corn, and dinner roll for an affordable price. Katie also offers catering for just about any need or occasion. Katie will customize the menu to your needs. Check out Katie's Log Cabin Daily Specials Tuesday through Sunday, downtown Oakfield.
Wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour.
Welcome back. Sorry, Caleb, I caught you by surprise here, but we just had an ad for Katie's Log Cabin. And again, I want to give a shout out down there. They've had the games on for us, or for the locals down there, cheering on for some watch parties there. And we first time we had a chance to go there and eat, and I definitely am going to be going back. I loved what we saw there on the menu. And really good service there, great people that were interacting with us. So that's what I saw there. I don't know what you thought, Caleb.
Yeah, overall good environment. Smaller place, but it's really nice on the inside. Great food, great drinks, and great service.
So we want to thank them. And we want to thank everybody who's been on here. We want to thank Oak Central. We want to thank Oak Elevator for being a part of our sponsors, Bristol Morgan Bank, Home and Auto. Mitch Mosier starting there with his first strike to Doug Hartwig, who has now moved over to, was that over to third base? Yeah.
Yep. In play, deep left center field. Center fielder ranging over, makes the sliding catch.
What a play out there by Davis Dirks.
Sliding catch on the fly ball there, deep left center.
We've talked about this with the girls softball. There's another example here in baseball. He turned that shoulder and took off running and tracked that ball all the way out to the E out there. You can see it by the Blue Jay and caught that right at the bottom of the fence, it looked like to me.
Yeah, just a nice grab. Would have been a leadoff double at least for Hartwig, but instead it's out number one. Grounded to the third base side, foul ball.
Yeah.
Out of play.
Nice breaking ball he started out there.
Taylor Joseph up now.
Who had a great play as the shortstop just the last inning, so you expect to see him being able to hit the ball hard.
Fly ball to right field. It's going to tail foul. Reach to the Oaks bullpen.
Sorry about that, folks. All you would have caught was the string over there. Hustling after it was Trey Marcinkuski. It's just a long strike is what it is, 0-2.
0-2 now to Joseph. Joseph is 1 for 3 on the day as a leadoff hitter for Johnson Creek.
Shout out also to Oakfield Booster Club.
Fouled back.
That time, it kind of looks like, and you can tell a little bit better than I can, Caleb, but that one was a 12-6 drop in that breaking ball. Not as much as a sweeping curve that you would talk about from 3-9 that you normally see. And that's that 12-6 breaking ball is a hard one to hit.
Yeah, it is. It just drops out from underneath you and not sure where to swing.
Yeah, well, you had two pitchers on your Waupun team that had that baby perfected and worked themselves all the way to the state tournament twice because of that.
Mosier dealing here. Line shot back up the middle. It gets down for a single. Joseph reaches a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, typically when you have a great defensive play, which he did, he had a nice defensive play over there at shortstop to end the inning there with a big fire, and he came back now with a big hit. Nice smooth hit. How is he? Oh, he's the leadoff hitter.
Now 2 for 4 in the day.
Yeah, he started out as a struggle, but now has come back nicely.
Bunt attempt pulled back as it's low in the dirt for ball 1. Tanner Herman, 2-hitter, number 3 for Johnson Creek Blue Jays.
Blue Jays with 5 seniors on their team.
Took off attempt to first base, not in time.
Had my head down, so I couldn't hit the button over there. We'll get better at it. Well, we guess we won't. This is the last season. This is the one last video game until we get to the American Legion season.
Potentially.
You're right. I should not count the Oaks out. You definitely are correct there.
Plenty of time left in this one, and winner of this one plays the next game as well.
Yeah, so they still have the top of the 7th coming up. They need to hold here and get things going there. So it's potentially our last regular season.
Deep shot
that
to
one
left
is hit hard.
field. That's going to be deep, and that is gone. Home run for Taylor Herman. The two RBI shot deep left. I mean, he just got a hold of that.
That was a monster shot. Yeah, you can hear the crowd here appreciating that 2-run shot. Right over, you could hear it was hit well, right over Andy Kinsler's head. He turned and looked at it, and he knew that he couldn't get to it.
Yeah, the 2-hitter again. That's his second home run of the year.
Yeah, so surprise maybe. But what did you say it was at the corners again, Caleb? Was that 300?
300 down the line. A little bit shallower for a baseball field.
Yeah, normally it's 310, right, and 360.
Shot to center fielder, and Dirks tracks it down for the out.
For the second out of the inning. It's pretty hard to follow up a home run, but he hit it on the screws. It just, he tried to go to the deep part of the park at 340.
Yeah, Dirks, another nice job tracking that one down out there in center field. Brings up number 10, Dylan Bredlow. First baseman now for Johnson Creek. High and inside.
Dirks, a junior for the Oaks. Ball 2, I believe, is it now?
Ball 2, 2-0. To Bredlow, who's the 4-hitter for Johnson Creek. Strike right down the middle. Nice fastball there. Came back.
2-1 is the count?
Should be 2-1 here.
I think. I guess not. 1-1. He looked at his clicker, so I thought he had already thrown 2. My bad.
On the ground to the third baseman. Stays down. Fires over to first base in time for out number 3.
But the Blue Jays struck back, caused a little bit of damage here. Take a 5-run lead. What bottom line was?
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on base.
After 6 complete, your score is 8-3 for the home team, the Johnson Creek Blue Jays. We're going to step aside. We'll be back. You're listening to Jeff Sauer, Caleb Sauer here on Radio Plus.
Holman Auto is very blessed to have served our local communities for 50 years. From a small used car store with 4 employees to 5 locations and over 100 employees, we would like to thank our many customers and our communities for the past 50 years. Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Waupun, Holman Chevrolet in Waupun, Holman Ford and Holman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ripon, Holman Chevrolet GMC in Ripon, and the location where we began 50 years ago, Holman Value Center in Waupun. Thank you for allowing us to serve you, our customers, our friends, for the last 50 years. And we look forward to the next 50 years. Holman Auto, great selection, award-winning service, low prices, and a relaxed buying atmosphere. We make you feel at home at Holman Auto Group in Waupun and Ripon, serving you for 50 years and counting.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. 8-3 is the score for the home team.
Oakfield had battled back to make it 6-3. And then all of a sudden, Johnson Creek had a 2-run blast by Tanner Herman last inning. And now it's 8-3.
Rachel Neely adds in today is Carson Fisher's 16th birthday, plus he passed his driver's test, and now the game. What an awesome day for him. Yeah, it has been congratulations to Carson Fisher, just a sophomore. Thanks for pointing that out. Happy birthday and congrats on the driver's license.
Brings up number 9, Hunter Sobel. Called strike 1 there to him. 3-hitter for Oakfield. Had the 2 RBI double.
Last time up, yeah.
5th inning. shot to center field, tailing towards right center. Center fielder Camp underneath it, makes the grab and the deep fly out for out number 1.
Luke Hart's getting underneath it, getting the out for the Blue Jays. The Oaks down to their 2 final outs here. They got to get something rolling here, trailing 8-3.
Yeah, that's a big relief for Johnson Creek there.
Yeah.
It's getting Hunter Sabo, who's the best hitter for Oakfield, to fly out there to lead off the top of the 7th inning.
Owen Lawson coming up to bat. Last time was hit by pitch.
Called strike 1 there to Lawson on the inside part of the plate. Lawson is the 4-hitter for Oakfield. Swings that, and that's going to be cut off by the shortstop. Makes the throw over to first, and almost in time, but the first baseman dropped it.
Boy,
that was very close. A shot deep in the shortstop hole there. Made a really good throw, just not able to be squeezed.
Yeah, he jumped off of that. He tried to keep the foot to the bag, and the ball snow-coned on him. When, as a first baseman, Caleb, you know this, your first job is catch the ball, then come down and find that bag if you got to stretch it all.
Yeah, for sure. And close play. Called strike 1 now to the batter, James Kautzer. For Oakfield, the 5-hitter.
Did you hear back from Justin? I just am wondering. Ball 1-1 to Kautzer. Lawson sitting over at first. I thought they might bring in a courtesy, but or a pinch runner, I should say. Can't courtesy for the first base. Unless they did so already. I think they did,
They
right?
did, yes, they did.
1-2.
Which it would have been a substitution at that point.
Yeah, right. And then he gets 1 re-entry.
Right.
So that's why they're not doing that now, just in case.
1-2 to Kautzer. Smith fires outside, dropped by the catcher.
Yeah, Heald's done a great job behind plate so far today.
Yeah, at the plate as well. I mean, he's been one of the leading hitters in the day.
I think it helps to see the difference in pitches as you can read it a little bit better as a hitter.
2-2 to Kautzer, 1 out. Fastball dropped again, outside. Full count now. To Kautzer, 5-hitter for Oakfield. Aiden Smith on the mound for Johnson Creek in relief of Doug Hardwig. Ball 4, outside.
Kautzer draws the walk. 2 runners on with 2 outs.
You're good, nothing hurt.
It's going to bring up number 2, Carson Fisher. I think we just heard that it was his birthday, so let's make this a nice birthday gift here. Draw a run across.
Yeah, only 1 out actually for Oakfield.
Yep, 1 down.
So runners on first and second. You got Lawson and Kautzer.
Here's the pitch.
Called strike, fastball. Number 2, Carson Fisher.
Carson thought it was a little bit outside, but again, I'll comment. I think Blues have done, well, they're black today, but they've done a great job with being consistent.
Fouled up and out of play. 4, strike 2 now to Fisher.
I mean, we could pretty much just watching the reaction of where the pitches are going know whether it's a ball or a strike for it.
Yeah, it's been consistent too, which has been great.
0-2 for Fisher.
1 down. Smith, high fastball, trying to get him to chase. Fisher said no.
Nice job on the pitch selection, right? At the eyes, makes it look so good that you end up chasing it, and Fisher, being very disciplined, did not.
1-2 now. Fisher throws another high fastball. Just high there, maybe outside. Fisher 2-2.
Yeah, well, if you're Aiden Smith, you don't have to worry about pitch count.
The only thing is he's probably going to be pitching next game. At least maybe relief.
Right, so he could still throw 100 yet today.
So he's got the whole day.
Right, right. So he can, what I'm basically saying, he's got pitches he can waste. He can force the hitters to chase.
Correct. Yeah, that's right. And again, I'm not sure if Hartwig reached the max pitches. I don't think so.
don't think so as well, and maybe they brought him in just in case they need him in relief as well.
Grounder up the middle. Smith fields it, fires the second. There was the first in time, but not. As the first baseman drops it, Lawson thought about going home. Thought better and stayed.
That was Bredlow over there. Couldn't dig it out of the dirt.
Okay, Lawson reaches third. Kotzer out at second.
I think that goes as a fielder's choice, right? And then it was no error because he didn't advance.
Yeah, fielder's choice for Fisher there.
Because the expectation is not to have a double play. So official scoring should be that fielder's choice.
Ball in the dirt now to Davis Dirks.
Be awesome to see if Davis can follow up those 2 fly balls that he caught out in the outfield with a nice big hit here. At least push 1 run across here in Lawson over at third.
Fastball right down the middle for strike number 1. 1-1 count to Dirks.
And if you're the Blue Jays, you're just telling your pitchers, throw strikes. Trust your defense. Let's just go get him and get out of here with 1 more out.
For sure. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. 1-2 now to Dirks. The Oaks down to their last strike and last out.
Davis has got to dig deep here, see if he can protect at the plate. 1-2. Runners at first and third.
A ball in the dirt there. It's going to be 2-2 count.
Seeing if he could force him to get the, entice him into the strike out there. Deuces are wild up on the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Slaps
base hit
up the
up
middle.
the middle.
Base hit. It's going to score Lawson. The Oaks are still alive here, folks.
Pulled off 1 run. That's 8-4. They're not going down without a fight, and that's what we expect anyways out of these mighty Oaks. Going to bring up number 11 now, Brody Colleen. How's he done on the day?
Scores Lawson.
0 for 2. Actually, could be 0 for 1. Sacrifice bunt he had and a strikeout.
Yeah, so
and a walk.
Yep.
So 0 for 1.
Time for Brody to pull something out here. But that would be something you wouldn't have expected. A bunt laid down here on the third base side with runners at first and second. I mean, that would have forced the third baseman to make a decision.
Yep, as Fisher's on second now, Dirks on first. 2 outs, foul tip right in the catcher's mitt for strike 2.
That was a really good cut by Colleen.
It was. I think it was a changeup.
Yeah.
Just a little bit
out
front.
off.
Yeah. 0-2, 2 outs here to Colleen. Fouls it off to the right side. That's going to be caught by the right fielder for out number 3.
And the Johnson Creek Blue Jays are going to win 8-4. And they're going to advance to the game that'll be starting here shortly. Stay right here with us here. We're going to watch our Oaks, first of all, get through this handshake line here, and then we'll come back with a final line on the bottom of the book.
Right there, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on.
So we'll see what the final line is as far as all the total hits and all that type of stuff. And congratulations again to the Oakfield Oaks. I know they wanted to get to state, but they definitely represented really well. They battled hard. They didn't give up all the way up here till the end. They were playing as hard as they possibly could. And this will give us a chance here to finalize the book. We're going to step aside. We're going to get some more of our sponsors. We'll check out the YouTube chat and see what we've got going here for the final line. You're listening to Jeff Sauer and Caleb Sauer here from Johnson Creek for Radio Plus. We'll be back here shortly to give you the wrap-up, and we'll see if anybody wants to come and talk to us. We definitely will put them on if they want to, but it's usually tough after a loss, so we'll see what Coach Shep wants to do. He definitely represented well. We'll be back.
Tonight's Oakfield girls basketball game is proudly sponsored by Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance. For over 90 years, the team of Coles Hankey Kemmel have been serving the personal, business, and automotive insurance needs of the Oakfield community. A history of excellence starts with commitment to the roots of success and community. Contact Coles Hankey Kemmel Insurance at 920-583-3010. A proud sponsor of tonight's game and Oakfield Athletics. Oak Central, your hub for great eats in Oakfield, is an honored supporter of Oakfield athletics and tonight's game, serving American classics and fish fry dinners like ale-battered shrimp, bluegill, and poor man's lobster. Oak Central, just like home, but with more friends, more food, and more fun. Follow Oak Central on Facebook for their menu and events. Oak Central, an honored supporter of Oakfield athletics and tonight's game.
Joint or spine pain holding you back from the activities you love? Exhausted from relying on pain medications? Dreading the thought of steroid shots or invasive surgery? At New Medical Center, we believe in tapping into your body's own natural healing abilities. Our cutting-edge regenerative treatments use your body's own natural biologics to repair and restore damaged tissues. Imagine getting back to a life of movement and freedom in one simple in-office procedure. No downtime, no lengthy hospital stays, and no painful recovery. Isn't it time you reclaimed your life from pain? Call us at 920-324-9899 or visit us online at newmedicalctr.com. That's New Medical Center, 920-324-9899. New Medical Center, 160 Gateway Drive in Waupun. What are you waiting for? Get back to living pain-free. Call New Medical Center now.
Welcome back here to Johnson Creek. Let's go through the final line right here. Caleb was able to put it together. He's running to grab the cameras in the vehicle already so we can transfer out of here in case it's going to rain. But a great job here by the Oakfield Oaks. They should be very proud of their season, and they should be extremely proud of how they represented the community, because I definitely am excited, and I think anybody that's followed definitely could tell how pro Oakfield Oaks I've been, at least this spring. I would say throughout the whole year, I've just had a blast covering. You had some great athletes in volleyball and in football. You had great athletes in basketball, boys and girls. Did an outstanding job, and unfortunately, the boys' season is going to come to an end here today. Let's get that final line. Final line for the Johnson Creek Bluejays. They had 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and 5 left on. They had a 2-run shot as a home run there by Tanner Herman. You got Luke Hartz with 2 hits. Just taking a look here and seeing what I'm seeing. Silas Hartz, 2 sacrifices and a walk. So they did what they needed to do as the #1 team in the state at Division IV, hosting here, which definitely helps, and they were able to, again, come out with the victory. Final line for the Oakfield Oaks. They had 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, 10 left on. That's kind of where they hurt themselves today. But Hunter Sabo started things out, great first inning, and then seemed like, I don't know if he just was missing or what, but he couldn't get ahead in the count, and by not getting ahead, it caused issues for the starting pitcher. I don't see anybody wandering over here to get the interview, so I'm just going to, again, thanks to everybody. Hope that you've enjoyed following our broadcasts here. Right now you could fly over and see Waupun is playing over on the other Radio Plus channel over there. Steve Winterhack, and I'm not sure if Randy is with him, and Justin over there making the call as the Waupun Warriors are trying to do the same thing in baseball. But we're going to be back on air on Thursday. 8:30 is supposed to be the start time for the Lady Oaks, who are seeded as the #1 seed. So they're going to be taking on the Thorpe Cardinals, as they're going to try and get another state title under the belt. Under Coach Rob Schaefer. And again, I thank Rob for everything that he's done. Doug Mock, thank you here. Aaron Shep, great job as a coach at all times. They were answering my emails and text messages and taking time to get the interviews. And I really have enjoyed my time around the Oakfield community. So that's what I got here. Caleb can't hear me right now because he went to grab the cameras, but I want to thank him again, and I'll tell him this on the way home, but as he gets a chance to watch this, I really thought that he did an awesome job today with the announcing as he's gotten more and more comfortable. And it's such a privilege for me to be able to call a game with my son. And I know people who have had players, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I've had the same situation where I've coached him little, but this is, as a man now, it's an opportunity to spend some time with him and enjoyed the broadcasting with me. He's going to call the radio call with me as well for when we go over to Madison and to call the softball game over there. He's the one that I initially told Nick I didn't think we'd be going, but he's the one that says, yes, I want to go. We've seen the ladies, and I would love that experience. So, again, thank you to Nick Rush and the entire team over at Radio Plus Sports and Sunny 97.7 and AM 1170, The Source. This has been final baseball broadcast of the season for us here. And once again, the Oakfield Oaks fall 8-4 here in the sectional final. Thanks again for following us. Hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. God bless. And I can't wait to see you at a diamond